Welcome, everybody, back to the Slips League Championship pre-show. It's me, the Croctopus, on the desk with Shay, of course, our lovely Slips owner. Shay, how are you doing today?
I'm doing so great. How are you, Croc?
Sound a little flustered there. Everything okay?
Yeah. I'm figuring things out for our amazing match that we can describe in just a bit. I just am relaying the players to our good friend Naz.
Of course. Well, while we wait on the players to get situated, let's go ahead and take a look at this week's power rankings. Should be a pretty solid list coming at you guys after last week's performances on the tournament. And then maybe we can take a look at the upcoming bracket if the qualifiers have been finished up. Either way, power rankings for week 33 coming straight out of your power rankings committee. Inferno taking the number 1 spot after taking down Bad Players in last week's tournament. Bad Players taking the number 2 spot, but only by 1 point. Very close to still holding on to that number 1 spot, even with that loss to Inferno. M22 Original has undergone a team change named to M22 Esports, holding on to a number 3 spot. Followed pretty closely by Salt and Pepper, just by 6 points on the number 4 spot. And then dropping by 8 points is Ethnic Babes in the number 5 spot. Blue coming up a little bit from the number 7 spot to the number 6 this week, beating out Shady Shoals by just 1 point after a pretty solid performance from them in last week's tournament. M22 Alpha also on the rise to number 8. Dragons at number 9, and the Doggers in their continued slump just barely holding on to that number 10 spot. Definitely going to need a good performance out of them this week in order to justify keeping their spot there and or possibly a promotion. But with a weak performance, we could see them falling out of the power rankings. Any of these teams surprise you, Shay?
I actually submitted my own rankings based on team name today, and it does not match up with these. But
based on
whatever.
Team name, that's right.
I actually created it based on only how creative their name was.
So in case anyone is interested in what Shay's power rankings were today, just based off of the team names alone, from top to bottom, we've got Inferno, Salt and Pepper, Shady Shoals, Bad Players, Shreks, Dragons, Rapid Fire Gaming, Power Gaming, Imperium, but again, and then of course the Milk Gang. So if you just heard your name, congratulations. Shay thinks you have one of the most creative team names in Slips. Obviously, you're doing something right if you're on Shay's power rankings. Maybe we'll have to give you your own little name bracket. Just upgrade and downgrade people based on their names. Oh,
yeah, and then maybe it'll
managers coming in a little disappointed.
Yeah. Actually, Northern Shield definitely would have been on there if they hadn't changed their name. Blue is probably one of the worst names I've ever heard.
Oh, goodness gracious.
Blue? Question mark? What does that even mean?
I honestly don't know.
What team is Tended Kibbles on?
Reboot.
Oh. Well, I feel like that team kind of is more from a different team. I don't know, considering it, but...
Speaking of Reboot and Tended Kibbles, it sounds like you had to play in your own qualifier today, right, Kibbles? Did that end up happening, or did you guys just end up having to forfeit, unfortunately? Hopefully the former rather than the latter. But either way, Shay, how's our match coming along? Are these players getting dragged in by their ears yet?
For our match today, for the pre-show?
Yes.
I'm very excited for this match today. I think we have a very good, want me to explain how it's going to work?
Yes, I do, actually.
Okay, so it's going to be a twos match.
Okay.
So we have Dewey and Gamer on one team, and Felipe and Tended Kibbles on another team.
Okay.
He was just in chat, actually. And so they're going to be playing in Rumble, but the higher ranked players aren't going to be able to use any of the power-ups. And yeah.
So just Tended and sorry. Who was Dewey's teammate?
Gamer. The gamer.
The gamer, right. So just those guys are gonna be able to use power-ups. Felipe and Dewey not able to use any power-ups. Should be a pretty fun matchup to watch. I'm excited to see the chaos that ensues from that one. Who do you got your money on? Who's winning that matchup?
I have my money on Dewey and Gamer.
All right, Dewey and
Just
Gamer,
for fun.
you have been called
Don't
out
disappoint
by
me.
Shay. Yeah, don't disappoint the Slips owner. You never know what'll happen. You might just look into Discord one day and your team's deleted, gone, poof, nothing.
Yeah, exactly.
Definitely don't want that to happen. All right. While we're waiting on the match to get fully set up, we're gonna go ahead and take a look at the bracket here for the upcoming tournament.
Let's take a look. What do you think of this lineup today, Croc?
I think that we're gonna get another Bad Players Inferno final here. I think that Salt and Pepper is going to be the biggest obstacle for Inferno. We will take a look again at the power rankings a little bit later on the mainstream while we're also talking about the bracket, so you guys can kind of see where everybody's lining up. But then on the top half of the bracket, I think M22 Esports is going to be the toughest challenge for Bad Players. Although I do think that I think the bottom half of the bracket is significantly more difficult than the top half of the bracket today. Got XVB, N7 Phantoms, A1 Squad, M22 Esports, Synergy, Alpha, and Staff all on the same side of the bracket. So only one M22 team has a chance of making it to the finals today. And we're going to have a little in-house battle between M22 Alpha and M22 Synergy. But definitely a little bit easier than the bottom side of the bracket, where Inferno is going to have to go through either the Doggers Tribe, Salt and Pepper, Hold My Rice, Blue, or Dragons. A little bit of a roster change going on for Dragons, I believe, or maybe just some updated MMRs. They're all apparently pretty close to that 1,500 mark now. So they have been improving. Could be a little bit dangerous for Blue here. Going to be a fun match to watch for sure. And then, of course, Hold My Rice, kind of an underdog because they don't have Precucks on their main roster technically. So their MMR is a little swayed by subs. So we'll have to see if Precucks is playing today and how that's going to affect the matchup there against Salt and Pepper.
These teams that weren't on the power rankings this week have potential for next week? Or you think they will be able to?
M22 Alpha makes the power rankings. They have the potential to possibly move up a little bit. They have a little bit of a weaker matchup with M22 Synergy. I think that's going to end up being an average of Champ 1 rank at 1197, maybe Champ 2. I really can't tell based off of the new MMR distributions. But last season, M22 Synergy is Diamond 3 with 1197 MMR. So that's going to be a little bit easier for M22 Alpha. Probably not a huge significant win there. But there is not a rank cap for our tournaments. We don't have a rank cap or a minimum rank either. So every rank is welcome to join in the tournament. Eventually, once we get more staff and more teams participating, we will think about doing a lower rank tournament with a rank cap and an MMR cap. But for now, no rank cap going on.
Okay, actually, I also wanted to correct myself from earlier. I wrote it down on my sticky note wrong.
Okay.
Or like in a weird order. But I told everyone else that so Dewey and Tended Kibbles are actually going to be on a team together. And Felly and Gamer are going to be on a team together. for the match.
Okay. Do we need to remake the lobby?
Or is the lobby okay? What's the lobby say?
Felly and Tended and Dewey and Gamer.
I guess. Never mind. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, Shane.
Wanna
Shane needs
invite
to
me?
be in the lobby.
Oh, actually, I think I
thought
need
you were
to
already in here.
accept it.
Oh.
My bad. Okay. I'm good. Yep.
So it looks like we're probably just gonna stick with this lobby with a little bit mixed up team names. No big deal. Never hurt anybody. So it's gonna be Felipe and Gamer versus Dewey and Tinted Kibbles here today on Champions Field here.
How are we doing it? Okay. Doing gamer.
So we are still waiting on the Gamer here. Someone go ring him up, get his alarm clock ringing, wake him up. Only
Yeah.
I'm allowed to sleep through the pre-show. Oh man. Oh.
Okay. Hussein wants me to share my sticky notes after.
Yeah.
After the I actually do.
Some legendary doodles.
Yeah, I make a sticky note for every pre-show. I actually have some of them on my desk still.
If any of them have doodles, show them on stream now. Let everybody see.
I think last streams I stuck holes in the entire sticky note while I was talking. I was just poking with the pen. But
Are
yeah.
you okay, Shay? Do you need help?
I think I'm fine.
Do we need to call somebody?
No. Just doing good. I'm vibing.
Yeah.
I think I had the idea of doing a slip staff game for the pre-show one week. Someone had that idea, but I forget who it was. I think it might have been Mystic.
First of all, I gotta say, even though I really shouldn't be talking, sticky notes, that is some old school preparations right there. I love it. Anyways, looks like I DM'd Gamer to see if we can get this guy to get in here so that we can get started with this darn game. But it looks like, if need be, some of these players may be down for a 1v1, but we'll see how things go. Back to you.
So, now that we're roughly 20 minutes into the pre-show, we have finally gotten in touch with Gamer. Should be getting into the lobby pretty soon here. We apologize for that delay, everybody. But let's go ahead, I guess, and take a trip into Shay's extracurricular activities. Shay, what did you do this weekend? What's the most fun thing you've done this weekend? And don't say this. That's a cop-out answer.
This morning I went on a hike. What even did I do the rest of this weekend? Yesterday I don't think I did anything. Friday, I think I just went home. Might have went on a hike on Friday too.
So when you go on hikes, do you go on set paths, and is it through the woods, or are you climbing mountains? What are you doing on your hikes?
Yeah, I have like trails near my house, so we'll like go up the mountains. I'll just go with one of my friends, and we just kind of have a little like, just kind of hang out and talk, and walk.
Solid, time with the friends, out in nature, becoming one with nature. What's your favorite animal?
Do you-
Do they live on the trails that you hike around? Do you get to see them all the time?
Animal, like just in general,
Yeah,
or like that I would see on a hike.
both.
My favorite animal, like in general, is probably like a duck because I think they're really cute. But I wouldn't really see them on the hike.
It's the first time I've
But
heard duck as an answer to that question.
Really?
Yeah. Like, don't get me wrong, ducks are cool. I've just never heard them be someone's favorite animal.
Whack.
Yeah. So next is what's it like to be outside? It is actually pretty good. I like to touch the grass. You should try it sometime. All of you Rocket League players.
Don't do it. It's a trap. I heard that if you go outside, you immediately lose 20 MMR in ranked. Just don't even risk it. Just stay inside, keep grinding.
Honestly, I would believe that.
You just
best Rocket League players
automatically
just get
lose
outside.
your video game skill as soon as you take one step outside. That's why I
Is that
parked
why I'm
my
so
car. Yes. Yeah. That's why. Nothing else. That's why I park
Let's
my
blame
car
it
in
on-
the garage, so I don't ever have to step into the light.
Yep. That's kind of funny. What about when you go to the place that you want? You have to like walk with
I
an
bring
umbrella or something.
Yeah.
Okay.
As much as I normally love going outside really just kicked me in the teeth last time. Did some yard work last week, and all of a sudden I was out of commission for like 6 days. Allergies are real, and they suck.
In the teeth?
Well, it's a metaphor.
Okay. Oh, they're asking if this is a best of 1 or 3. So at first it was going to. Yeah, best of 3 is what I was planning on. Anyway. So. Yeah.
Yeah,
Hey,
best of
where's
3
the
would be
gamer?
fun.
That's the question. Croc,
Oh,
you forgot
that's
to
right.
mention our new sub emotes. Wait, I have a sub
new
emote. I don't. Where are they? I just see the Brazil. Well, I'm not a sub, but.
Oh, I thought I was a sub. I don't think I'm a sub though. GJ, can you put on our sub thing?
Someone donated 30.
No, they didn't.
Oh, never mind. Oh.
Shay,
I thought that was
no, Shay, you got baited. How dare you?
I don't understand.
Oh, whoops, I accidentally timed him out for 10 minutes. My bad. I just had to delete the message.
Okay. Sorry about that. And also, my experience with Twitch told me to not fall for that bait. Come on, shit. You've been around.
Oh, wait, hold on. I have that emote too.
I've been on Twitch for like only this.
Oh, yeah, we have that. Wait, oh, yeah, I am a subscriber. Hold on.
Oh no,
Hold on just a minute. You have to be a tier 2 sub in order to get me as an emote. $9.99. You gotta shell out the big bucks for slips here if you want to get my face as an emote. Shay's is not quite on the channel yet, so we'll have to see where that comes from soon. Can we unlock it with channel
I just
points?
unlocked the Brazil emote with my channel point.
Yeah, you can't unlock a tier 2 emote with channel points, so very unfortunate there. And 4 minutes later, and gamers still not in the lobby, not on Rocket League, have no idea what the hell is going on here. Okay, never mind. He says he's on.
I'm a tier 3 emote. I'm so special.
We're here.
Oh no.
All right.
Tended is on the
Oh
wrong
no,
team.
now they're all on the same team.
What is he doing?
Oh my god.
Why? Tended, why? Someone tell Tended to go on the blue team. Guys, look at this very fair game.
Yeah, very fair and balanced.
Ooh, I love this watching this game.
This is
GJ,
really
is the game on stream?
no.
But it's funny. Show them. But it's funny. Yeah, but just wait for him to switch.
Okay, we are leaving the match and getting a remake, and everybody just go ahead and take this next like 30 to 45 seconds to do a self-sanity check, because that's what I'm gonna do before I lose my mind.
Okay, is this going to be best of one?
5 different languages? No, I don't think I know swear words fluently well enough in 5 different languages.
Can you
I don't
say
even know
like
if I have, like,
hello
3.
in a bunch of different languages?
I mean, I could probably get at least 5.
Okay, let's hear it.
3, 4.
Yeah, I'm about to
Well,
tell these guys no in
Hello,
multiple languages.
hola, bonjour, allo. Oh, come on.
Come on, you got this.
What's the dude, the Japanese one is just escaping me right now. Konnichiwa. There you go, there's 5.
That's 5?
Good
Wait a
eye.
minute.
You know, that's Australian for hello.
No.
Top of the morning to you. There's the UK.
Okay, buddy.
You know, in some cultures, there's probably like a special clicking language where they just say hello by going. Yeah. So that'll be language number 7.
You say instead of 1v1? This is supposed to be a 2v2, buddy.
All right. Got most people in here now.
Okay. Everyone get on their right team, please.
All right. And the team names are still a little scuffed, but, you know, honestly, at this point, I don't really mind as long as... Oh, it's still the same lobby. Basically, someone didn't leave the lobby when we all left, so it's still the same lobby. So both of you guys need to leave the lobby again.
Okay.
This has been the best pre-show at Slips ever. You know, we're doing great.
Just kind of hanging out until we can get this figured out.
And my game crashed. Bye.
All right. We're going to be getting everything back together as soon as we possibly can.
As I was going to say, this is the most hype pre-show. Like, clearly the best. So good, we don't even have to have a matchup. That's how good it is, because we got the Croc, we got the Bagel Queen, and we got some other guy talking in the background.
Shade.
Just some, you know, weirdo. I don't know who it is. I'm gonna mute him.
Shay, leave the match.
Yeah. I left the match. I got kicked from the party.
I invited you back to the party.
Oh, thanks, bestie. Let's see the invitation. Oh, no. No, I do.
You don't see the invitate?
Let's go.
All right, let's see what's happening in the the Discord here. See if we've actually got people that are going to be in the lobby.
Croc, next pre-show, you trying to 1v1?
Next pre-show, I'm going to do what I normally do and nap.
1v1 me?
No. This is already weighed on my sanity. I'm going to stick to the main show where I belong.
He's like, I'm never doing this again.
I'm gonna come back after the break with like my hair in 20 different directions and just this crazy look in my eyes that says I've seen some shit, and said shit is just the pre-show.
GJ, is it your birthday today?
It is GJ's birthday today. Shay, are you gonna sing happy birthday for him?
Wait, what?
Yeah, duh.
All right.
I'm singing happy birthday to him.
All right,
Okay.
Shay.
Ready?
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, go.
Croc, you have to sing too, by the way.
Oh, you want me to sing with you? All right, cool. All right.
Yeah.
I'll start whenever you start. Go ahead.
Okay. Happy birthday
to you.
Happy
birthday to you.
Happy
birthday, dear GJ. Happy birthday to you.
For the record, Discord
And
could
man-
not handle the birthday singing awesomeness.
Yeah.
It was cutting Shay out. But thank you guys so much. Thank you. And if I am interpreting this correctly, I think we're getting most people in here. I think we're just waiting. I don't know who we're waiting on, but it looks like it looks like Deb was like, join in. So I'm gonna get the stream up. I'm gonna get the game up and running here. And yep, 2v2, finally. Big thank you to everybody for your incredible patience. Shay,
all right.
Croc, Shay, however you slice it, you're up.
Oh, the quadruple commit on the kickoff to start. You love to see it. Oh my gosh, that was awesome. Now the gamer is going to be here. Should have a power-up soon. Might be able to get it by Tended, but Tended just absolutely demolishes him. Now Dewey's going to have to get it by Felly with the demo as well. A lot of aggression coming out from these two players. Gamer tries to use the big suck on the ball. Not going to be able to get it into the net. Someone there. Wait, did Felipe use a power-up? Not supposed to use power-ups. For our Tended kibbles and gamer players only. That was actually a really good teleport there by Tended kibbles. Get the defender out.
Gamer is a 10-year-old and small.
Yeah, that would be our good buddy Felipe.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Oh, look at that car. That thing is ugly.
Car.
Dewey's car. It's like, I forgot what the decal's called. It's called a bunch of different things. Yeah. Also, I think we do have our two. I think Felipe and Dewey are indeed using their power ups. So I think everybody's got power ups right now.
Fair enough. Whatever. As long as
we have a 2v2 game going on.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. We've got people playing.
Nice dribble there. And
Ooh.
Felipe with the spike save. Passes down for the gamer. The gamer's got the big fist, but not going to be able to punch one home. Dewey looking for the double tap, not going to be able to send it in either. A lot of back and forth going on. Nice boot there from Felipe, and then he misses the net. Sends it wide left. Oh my gosh. How could you do such a thing? Tended waiting down with spikes. Not going to be able to get the ball as everybody gets there first and then jumps right by the ball. Wait, might be able to score here. Oh no, not going to be able to. Shay, are you enjoying yourself? Is this fun to watch?
I like the power-ups. Very entertaining. Does Dewey know he's allowed to use power-ups now? Someone tell Dewey he's allowed to use power-ups now. Because I told him he wasn't.
I'm sure he's seen Felipe use power-ups the entire time. And has to know that he can use the power-ups.
I'm going to shoot him a little message.
And the dreaded kickoff goal is going to end up going in there. Dewey doesn't need power-ups.
He could use his power-ups. Yes.
Gamer just absolutely busted by the speed flip there. All right, Shay, show us your exquisite play-by-play commentary. Go.
So, Tended Kibbles tries to hit the ball and he misses. Dewey takes the ball right into the net and he scores! Let's go! You like my commentary?
Honestly, you know, you got a good foundation there. You're gonna take my job on the main show here pretty soon. You keep it up.
No, I don't have the stamina to go for like 2 hours.
Interesting phrasing there, but moving on.
Sorry. Oh, I just realized. I don't have the...
Shay, there are children present.
Okay.
That's not
Let's
what you meant. Come on.
Okay, so anyway, Dewey has the ball and he's trying to hit an aerial into the net, but he gets saved on.
He gets
What a
saved
score!
on. What a score! Oh my gosh, my head. Oh my gosh. It's. You know, don't listen to the haters, i.e. me. You keep on keeping on. This is beautiful.
Thank you. We should use this as my clip for my commentary. Someone clip that and send it to the Discord. I'll use that from the cast, my clip.
Yeah. A little advertisement going on.
Yeah.
Ball plunge not going to find its way into the back of the net there. Good grapple save from the gamer. Dewey out of the corner looking for a teammate in the center, but Tended Kibbles is back on the goal line and now getting boost, leaves the net open, and this is going to be an easy one for Felipe as he used that boot to really just ensure Tended Kibbles not going to make it back in time for that save.
Dewey asks, is it 1 or best of 3? Guess it depends where we are on time once this match is done.
All right, Tended Kibbles now with the opportunity. Yeah, we got 20 minutes. We might be able to sneak in a best of 3. Worst case, we can just do 2 games, and if it ends up tied, we can just say, well, you guys are tied, and then we'll probably give the win to Dewey and Tended because we're all mad at Gamer.
Yeah. Okay.
Ooh, nice pop there.
Says, hey, send my Rocket League Octane. Best caster. Thank you, gladly. Fancy Fragment, 67. What rank is this? 2, so, okay. He and Gamer is a 10-year-old and small are both GC. No, Dewey is GC1 and Felly is Champ 2 in 3s. And Gamer and Tended Kibbles are silvers. 3s.
So a little bit of a disparity in the ranks here. Kind of David and Goliath teaming up against. Oh my god. Gamer just absolutely bodies Felipe out of the way of the ball he's trying to go for. GC in 1s. Imagine playing 1s. Couldn't be me.
Imagine playing Rocket League. I'm just kidding.
We do have a Season 11 RNG champ in Dewey on the Dewey intended team here. As you can see by the score there, 797 points for Dewey, 40 for Tended Kibbles.
Wow. Okay, so Felly and Gamer take the dub.
Yep. I have used my, my sway within the Slips community to just decide that it was a best of 3 for everybody.
Is it best of 2?
GJ, ready up. Go, 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 go.
Let's get this one.
Go, 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 go. Woo! All All right, back in to the fire. Here we go. Tinted Kibble is going to be coming together with Gamer on the kickoff. The two corners. Let's see if we get another quadruple kickoff off the start. That was an interesting start to the first game. Slow one goes in favor for Kibble. Is going to be able to get a second touch here in the corner now. Dewey defended well by Felipe. Going to be able to turn and catch this one, but Tinted Kibbles flips through. Trying to scare the opposition. Good fake there. Whoa, double demo there. Now it's just the two low-ranked players. The higher ranks are taking a 3-second break. Felipe back in time, pops it up, but the freeze comes in and stops the ball in its tracks. Dewey's going to have a shot opportunity on net here, sends it wide right. Felipe knocks him out of the way, but he does grapple back onto the ball, sends it center. Tinted Kibble's nowhere to be found. Dewey demoed on the opposing goal line. Now Kibble's trying to carry the ball into the net with the tornado. Ends up passing to Felipe, and Felipe's got an opportunity. What a save with the plunger. Big Suck coming in strong right there. No, Shay? Shay?
What?
Hey, hello?
Shay,
What happened?
Shay,
Are you okay?
Shay, what happened?
Knock, knock.
What?
Is anyone home?
What happened? Alright, my head was just empty for a minute. I was just zoning
Oh,
out.
just for a minute, huh?
Well, there's a time to clear one's head, and there's a time to keep your head in the game. Alright.
Okay. 0-0. Whoa. That's crazy.
My head was just empty for a minute. What?
What?
Oh, man.
It just happens. Dewey scores. What a guy.
What a guy. What a score.
Score.
Oh, yeah, we definitely need to get that quoted and immortalized forever in the Discord, GJ.
Let's do it. Also, I feel special.
Well, good dribble play here, but Tinted not going to be able to finish the play. Dewey, however, able to get back in time. Gets the second goal. Doubles the lead here, 2-0 in favor of Dewey and Tinted. Felipe too busy complaining about the gamer to get back and save the ball. Had the spikes, almost got there, but fortunately not fast enough. Dewey controls the ball out of his own corner.
You think Felly and Gamer will be able to get the score up?
I mean, they did win the first game. So they have a chance of winning the second game here. Oh, the plunger coming in pretty strong there. Gamer, however, not going to be able to finish the ball. Dewey's got an open net. Not going to miss that. 3-0. Let 'em bum bum bum. Together on the kickoff again, this time in favor of Gamer. Gamer's going to be able to get boost and maybe go for the ball here. Leaves it for Felipe, and those two come together. Oh, I thought he was going to own goal there for a second. Looked like it. Punch off of his own wall, sends it into the orange half. Felipe has the opportunity, goes into the net, sucks it up with the plunger, and gets the first goal of the game for Felly intended. Kind of sounds like like Felly intended. Like, what did he intend, you know?
Yeah.
No? Okay. All right. You know,
Yeah.
tough crowd. I get it. I get it. You guys don't know what humor is. It's fine. It's fine.
Tough crowd. That's me. I'm just kidding.
You're only a tough crowd because your head is empty.
Only sometimes.
Only sometimes.
It's like
All right.
almost about to fall asleep before I had to get so I was like half taking a nap. And then I was like, wait, I gotta get on stream.
Yeah, I was also taking a nap right before the stream. And now, oh, what a freeze! Oh my goodness. That was actually
a good timing.
Freeze. Yeah. Now Dewey's got
Yeah,
another
they're actually
open
using the
here.
power-ups very nicely.
Yeah, we do have Dewey, who is a grand champion in Rumble since season 11, so gonna be able to use the power-ups pretty effectively here.
Oh, the car shoots up. Dewey scores again, 1-5.
Yeah, and I believe Dewey has all 5 of the goals, right? Yeah, all 5 of the goals here. Tinted Kibbles, just 32 points. Gamer on the other side with 130 points. Felly with 306. Got to step it up a little bit if they want to be competitive in this game. They do still have game 3, which we should be able to get to if Dewey and Tinted do in fact take this. But Felly's trying his best to make a comeback happen off that kickoff goal. Now just 5-2 instead of the 5-1 scoreline.
If there's a game 3, then what do you think will happen?
You know, I really don't know. I think that Dewey and Tinted will probably win it just because the team chemistry between Felly and Gamer just really isn't there. But I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Oh, good spikes here from Gamer. Has a chance, but gets sucked up by the plunger going back the other way. Has to just throw it into the middle of the field. Now Dewey's there, trying to capitalize on this opportunity. Double tap's not going to go through as it goes wide left. Gamer touching the ball back towards his own net. Interesting play there. This is just so... I don't even know the word to describe this right now.
Getting to an unfair point now.
Texting and driving? What? Tinded's too busy
wait,
typing in
what?
the Discord. He might be too busy texting in the Discord to be playing the game properly. Gotta keep your head in the game. Don't pull a Shay.
Illegal
Keep your head
driving.
in the game.
Oh no! I see. I see. One of my Shrek boys are throwing some fun shade in.
All right, opportunity here for Felipe to do something nice, but Dewey's gonna punch that away and has the double tap read. Gonna send it in. Not gonna get the Brazil since the blue team does have 2 points, but 7-2. What a scoreline.
Thanks. Yeah.
As the clock winds down, Dewey and Tinted going to take game 2 here. Going to be looking to take game 3 and the win for the next game. Unfortunately for Felipe and Tinted, going down much harder this round than last round, with a 5-4 win for those two last round. Definitely a lot different of a scoreline. Got to figure out what's going wrong with those two and get the chemistry sorted out. Well, let's go ahead and get readied up and move straight into the next match. No need to delay, as we do have the main show coming up in 10 minutes.
Yes, sir.
Don't call me sir.
Okay,
That makes me feel
buddy.
old. Yeah, buddy works.
Buddy? Okay. Sticky note reveal at the end.
Oh, sticky. Classic.
Not being called sir would make one feel sophisticated.
I like bestie, yeah, but Shay calls everyone bestie. If everyone's your bestie, then no one's your bestie.
I don't have any besties. I'm just kidding.
You know how many hearts you just broke in chat right now? Everyone thought they had a best friend, and now you gotta go on Craigslist to find a new one.
Okay, everyone say something in chat if I'm your bestie. I want to see how many besties I have watching stream right now.
Oh, Felly opens up the scoring, though, with the first goal after going down 7-2 last game. Nice pop by both players. Dewey gets sucked up in the tornado. Can't get back in time to make the save. Fancy Fragment thinks they're your bestie.
I don't know who that is, but I guess they're my bestie. Hussein, you called me a bestie a month ago. He remembers that one time.
Yeah, that counts.
He probably saved the screenshot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shay's called me her bestie a couple times, but I've never believed her.
I think everyone's my bestie.
Yeah.
It's framed on his wall. Yes, it is. Proudest moment of his life. Love the commentating. Thank you, Fancy Fragment. He's my true bestie. Oh, dang. This scoreboard's actually going in an unexpected direction.
Yeah. 2 goals for the Felly Gamer combo. Tindy Kibbles AFK in the net after his grapple didn't connect. Didn't know apparently that if the ball is moving away from you and you grapple, if your grapple doesn't connect to the ball in time, it can disappear once the ball gets further out of range. So too busy AFK typing a net to make a save attempt on the shot. Gives Felipe an open goal, or an open net to put the ball into. Fancy, you're going to have to join the Discord and make sure you get registered for next week through the bot commands. Very easily explained and spelled out in the Discord. So we hope to see you participating next week. Gamer almost gets a nice 50-50 goal there. Unfortunately, not going to be able to muscle it by Dewey. Now Dewey has an open net opportunity here. Shouldn't mess this one up. Does get the double tap. Cuts Felly and Gamer's lead in half. 3:22 left to play. You're full blood. Oh, excuse me. You're full blood bestie too now, Shay. Yeah.
Yep.
Full blood thinks I'm his bestie too. I'm no one's bestie here. I don't play favorites.
Why? Not me?
No. That's no.
We're just buddies?
You're my bestie? What?
We're not even buddies? Are we buddies?
I guess we can be buddies.
Acquaintances. Strangers.
Hey, we're not friends. We're co-workers, all right?
Oh, but I don't get paid.
Hey, volunteer. We're colleagues.
But
we're colleagues.
No.
Co-workers can be friends.
Co-workers can be friends, but we're not friends. GJ, you're my friend. Shay, you got some work to do.
Oh no!
I'll admit.
Wow.
Ever since I found out you were harassing teenage boys in the parking lot for their Doritos, you know, I just can't look at you the same anymore.
What?
That was so funny. GJ, you haven't heard about that?
No.
That was funny while it lasted.
Shay and Mackenzie made some unwilling friends. Forced friendship is still friendship in accordance with Shay's standards.
But then the other day, we saw them in the parking lot again, and then they tried to throw a water bottle like through the sunroof of my car. They missed really bad, but I was like, okay.
Kind of toxic, not gonna lie.
They kind of hate us. I wonder why. I don't know. I would have no idea why.
All right, and now we've got the Gamer sitting there AFK. Very interesting. Gotta love the AFK strats from Gamer Intended coming out. Gamer still AFK for whatever reason. Down by 1, really needs to get moving on the ball. Gonna just give Dewey a free open net here. Oh, Gamer loses connection. How unfortunate there.
Oh, no. Kick tended. Just kidding. Should one of us get in the game? How do I get in the game?
Oh, yes. Go, Shay, go. Go, Shay, go.
I don't know what button it is.
So hit start, change team, and then go to join Felly and Gamer.
I don't know. What are you talking about?
So
what button do I press?
Right? The start button.
Yeah, but I'm on keyboard.
Oh, escape.
And mouse. Oh.
Now join Felly and Gamer. Change team. Wait, you play on keyboard and mouse?
No, I don't. I play with a PS4 controller, but Oh my god, but this is really hard because I've never actually played with keyboard and mouse because I didn't think I'd be playing or else I would have put it in my thing. So this makes it so much worse.
This is going to be great to watch. So this is content right here.
How do I use my boost or use my power up?
That I don't know. It should say it like in the little power up circle though on how to use it.
I will call boost is right click, or is it left click?
Hey, I saved it!
It's one of the clicks.
Good save.
Oh my god, I'm goated. I am
Shay,
goated at Rocket League.
The most humble worker here at Flips. Oh, what a save by Dewey there. Philly tries to get the tying goal. Shay, why do you have goop on the Jaeger? Why are you disrespecting my car like that? Is that goop?
Your car. This is my car. I don't know what goop means.
The decal?
Yeah, but like I don't know. I have like a shiny one, but it's like
just gross.
It's like waterfalls. It's beautiful. My car is like the best car you could ever like find.
Shay, you can barely design a good-looking car. How do you plan on designing good-looking humans? Oh, there goes the ball. Wait. Oh, I thought you were gonna run.
Oh my god! Everyone's away.
Oh, this is a tie game. Shay has come back to make 2 saves here. Oh, just 1 save so far, and get the game into overtime. Congratulations!
Okay, I'm
here.
carrying. I'm kind of carrying. Oops, I missed!
Oh no, not like this, not like this.
This is pain.
Felipe tries, pops it up to Dewey, goes back for boost, and then not able to get back to the net in time. Tended and Dewey, you're Flips champions for the week. Congratulations to both of them. Big thank you to Shay for hosting and playing in this Rumble matchup. And of course, a big thank you to GJ behind the scenes. We are going to go ahead and get moving into the main tournament here pretty soon after a little 5-minute break. Get the second wild animal in here. Got to get Wallaby in here to replace Shay. Sorry that we're going to have to downgrade the casting quality to be me and Wallaby instead of just all Shay all the time. But you guys know the drill. You know how it is. Shay, any parting words? From
here, in case anyone was wondering.
Oh yeah, the sticky note reveal.
This marker, I wrote down everyone's name and then their ranks and then their MMR. And then I wrote down the score. Now I need to actually update it.
That is some IRL preparation right there. But there's also this option called Notepad. I'm not sure if you've heard of it. I kid. That is cool. That you got sticky notes for this stuff.
Yes, indeed.
These are some other two from other tournaments. But you can't really read them, but I just want to show my dedication to slips. I love slips, guys. Yeah. So thanks for watching, everyone. Hope to see you at the main show.
Yeah, thank you for watching the pre-show.
There.
What about me?
They'll see you there.
Oh, I thought you said something mean.
Never.
Never mind. Never? All right. You don't have to lie to the people either. But no, thank you, Shay, for joining us. And thank you to everybody for watching the show. We will see you in just a few minutes with the main tourney.
Peace out.
As you have heard, we're getting the main show up and running for you after a 5-minute break featuring the wild animals themselves, Croc and Wallaby. In the meantime, enjoy this wonderful music as provided by the Rocket League soundtracks. Enjoy!
Welcome back, Slips fans, to the main show. Get hyped. It's going to be a good one this evening. Joining me on the casting desk, Wallaby Gangsta, as always, the wild animals, bringing you the action with as much hype as we can. Wallaby, how are you doing this evening?
Doing pretty good here, Croc. We got some really interesting matchups coming forward with us. First, going to start with Doggers versus Tribe, but we do have bad players and Inferno returning within this bracket, so it's really interesting to see if we're going to potentially get a rematch of last week or maybe get some new faces into those finals.
All right, well, Doggers versus Tribe sounds like a pretty exciting final, or first matchup rather. Tribe been a team that has come in. We haven't gotten to see a lot of them, but everybody has kind of heard about them. A collegiate team coming in. Wallaby, I think you were the responsible one for bringing them in, correct?
Yep. That is unfortunately or fortunately accurate, depending on which way you look at it.
Fair enough. Well, let's take a look at the tail of the tape and see what these players have to offer. We haven't gotten word on any subs or anything yet, so it should be both of these teams' main rosters coming in. On the Dogger side, we've got Jack Knight and Douglas, all of the Grand Champion rank, 1 GC1, 2 GC2s. And on Tribe, we've got Jacob, Matt, and Legacy, all in the champ ranks, 2 C3s and a C2, although not lagging too far behind. That C3 rank is Matt. Pretty close there, just probably 4 or 5 games off of C3, honestly. if I have the MMR remembered correctly.
That's how it always feels, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, like Tribe, based off rank here, when we're looking at Tale Tape, definitely look like they are the underdogs in this particular situation. We've seen Tribe play pretty recently on stream. They ended up actually falling to Inferno last week. But I mean, they definitely have a lot of potential coming forward. They looked pretty good. But the Doggers, team that's been around for a long time, they had kind of taken a little bit of a hiatus, came back, and have been back since almost at least a month now, I think, if not a little bit longer. And they've been back, kind of ups and downs, but a solid team, and we definitely know that they can come out and really put some hurt down if you're not ready for it. So definitely going to be interesting to see what we're looking at these two teams. What do you kind of see what's going on coming from this one?
I think we're going to see the Doggers take this one in 2 games, but let's go ahead and stop with predicting because these teams are ready to play. They are ready to go. 6 players on the field, 5 minutes on the clock, and we are straight into the action. Doogie and Legacy coming together in the midfield for the first kickoff. Gamer being Knight on the tail of the tape for the Doggers. Gonna get a nice pop off the back wall here, and Footless Quill opens up the scoring just 6 seconds into the game. Good play here from Gamer. Misses the net. Look, I want to say that was a purposeful pass, but honestly, it looks like he just messed up his flip and popped it into the ground too hard.
Yeah, it definitely looked that way. I mean, some kickoff shenanigans right out the gate against Tribe. It's always tough to kind of deal with, but only 10 seconds gone right now, currently in the first game. So we'll see how they respond here, Croc.
Yeah, absolutely plenty of time left. Good 50 there as well. Footless Quill, known for his defense on the Doggers, going to be looking to see if that's what he puts on display here. Gamer with another shot on net, this time going in behind the defenders. Jacob gets a rough touch here, pops it straight into the middle, doesn't quite get it high enough or far enough. Gamer able to put it down off of the soft touch from Doogie.
Yeah, a little bit of an awkward touch there, but Jacob probably just looking to control those a little bit more. But right now, Doggers coming out really speedy and very, very clean. Right now, it seems that all their touches definitely have a pretty solid purpose going forward here. So see if they can keep that up here.
Definitely, and Jacob there with a pretty solid touch as well. Beats another defender with the demo, going to be taking a 3-second break. Doogie now is actually going to have a really solid opportunity here. Chimney having to really get back and play some shadow defense. Ends up doing well for his team there. Legacy with a shot on net, long distance shot. Pretty easy save for Gamer. Now Doogie tasked with clearing it out. Gamer doesn't like the ball, so puts it to the outside wall. Now Chimney has an opportunity, pops it up, has plenty of boost to go back up for it, touches it back down to a teammate, but ends up sending it way across to the corner instead of straight out to the center for Jacob, lying in wait above the goalie box. Jacob back on defense, not a favorable 50, but Chimney there to save the day. Off the back wall now, going to try and get this ball downfield a little bit, only 10 boosts to do so. Does get the ball by 1, but Gamer there for an easy pop-up. Doogie trying to touch it back down. Now Gamer a little awkward, does get the flick, not going to be able to beat Jacob. Jacob off the wall, doesn't find the ground pinch, so ball slowly rolls and easily dealt with by the blue side here. Doogie challenged early, does get it by 1, coming down off the ceiling to get it by 2, but Chimney challenges early and is rewarded for it. Jacob off the back wall. Now Chimney with an opportunity, not quite ready for it. Has to go back to the corner and collect this one, but not going to be able to get it by Footless Quill. And now blue team on the attack again. 2-0 here with about 3 minutes left to play.
Yeah, right now, Tribe, it seems to be a little bit, it's not necessarily on their back foot. They just don't have a whole lot of threatening plays coming out. Jacob had that one really nice pass. Chimney not quite really there for it. Definitely looking to see if they can potentially just get a little bit slotty. You see right there, Legacy, Chimney, both on defense as a shot comes out and almost scores. And Legacy doesn't really have the save out, and Footless Quill takes it for the 3rd goal of the game. And it's kind of what I'm saying. 2 people back on their back foot going back for Tribe, and it makes it to where even if you do get a pass out to the mid, you're not going to have somebody going in on the offense, and then we have 2 people going back towards that. It makes it really hard to play defense there in that situation.
Yeah, 2-man definitely needs to be a little more aggressive here for the Tribe team. Unfortunately, the challenge is just not very great either from the 1-man for Tribe. Normally, you don't see as many misses and unfavorable 50s. Not necessarily a lot that they can do about that, except for just play a little bit faster, I think. think they're a little slow right now. And maybe with a little extra speed, these early challenges from the one man are going to be a little bit better and a little more purposeful. Legacy here doing a good job of getting that ball into the middle, gets it popped up, but Footless Quill first one there. Not a lot of boost left, so just going to leave it and get back on defense, pick up some pads along the way. Gamer now looking for a teammate in the center, gets it off the back wall. Footless Quill is there for the shot off the left post and out. Chimney is going to be able to take a deep breath there as he clears it away. Now rotating ball side, definitely messed up Legacy there. And that was just really, really poor rotation from Chimney. Opts to go back for the boost, and then a little backflip there. Throws Legacy off really hard. Jacob also coming in very quickly. Even if Jacob makes a touch there on that save, probably going to end up being a goal due to no one else really being able to play defense after that. And Tribe go down 4-0 pretty early on in this game. Still a minute 35 left to play.
Yeah, I mean, in this one, it's got. I mean, if I understand, there's still a minute 30 left. Anything can happen in these sort of situations. But right now, this game does look like it's going to be going in favor of the Doggers. So in this situation, I think if you're Tribe, you're likely just going to need to kind of get your rotations reset a little bit. Try to see what your speed can look like. And I mean, that's tough. Oh, Jacob looked a little confused. I think wasn't sure what he really wanted to do with this touch. Definitely a savable ball. Just rough situation, but like at this point, you don't have really a whole lot to lose. So I think if you're the Tribe, you kind of pick up your speed and see what your rotations look like in that particular situation, and see if you can maybe get some, get the Doggers on their back foot a little bit, maybe get some confidence back here.
Definitely would have to agree. A goal for the road, even if it doesn't end up being very significant for this game, could be very significant for next game. Get that morale boosted a little bit, because right now, if you're Tribe, you're not feeling great about this. We've talked about them a lot. We had some votes for them on the power rankings, and if they perform like this in game 2, it's honestly going to be hard to keep them in the power rankings. So they need to prove themselves here. Legacy's going to get a soft shot on net, but Footless Quill there to make the save. Actually ends up being a pretty tough save as he was awkwardly placed in the net out of position. So, the Tribe has opportunities here, just have to get a little bit more zip on their shots and a little bit more power on their clears. Don't let them leave them just sitting in front of the goal on defense.
Yeah, I would have to agree. 15 seconds down. It's going to be game 1 to the Doggers for sure, but, it definitely didn't look like the Tribe I think that we have seen in the past couple of weeks. So I'm really interested to see how they shape up here in this game 2 going forward, Croc.
Yeah, definitely going to be a sight to see. Legacy is going to get a goal for the road here, though, so that's definitely good for the morale. Obviously, 0-second goal. Footless Quill definitely being way over aggressive there as third man, but you're up 5-0, so why not at that point? Just trying to keep the ball alive, see if you can do something funny or crazy. Doggers will take game 1 here in this best-of-3 series. Gamer being the MVP here. 7 shots on goal, 3 assists. 2 goals out of his 7 shots and 2 saves. Absolute monster on the field during this game. Definitely my MVP as well. Sometimes our MVP picks don't match up with the game, but definitely my MVP pick. Legacy, Chimney, and Jacob definitely struggled a little bit in this game, but you could tell that they have the potential to play well. I do think that the Doggers take game number 2 here, even with Tribe getting that momentum goal at the end. But, I am just one person. Wallaby, what do you think?
I think that obviously if they play like this, it's guaranteed. It's going to be going over to the side of the Doggers. But I definitely at the end of the game, of course, the Doggers are not playing to their full potential at that moment either. When you're up 5-0, you kind of have a different mentality going forward with your play. But the Tribe just has to speed up. It's just got to be faster. The speed at which they're going currently is just not going to be enough to take out the Doggers. I mean, the Doggers, yes, while they have had their struggles here on the Slips tournaments in recent times, they are a great team. They have really, they are going to punish you if you're making mistakes or if you're moving too slow. So I think if Tribe speeds up, they could potentially get one. But as of right now, I mean, I have to go with the Doggers. I have to go with your prediction here. It looks a little bit one-sided.
Does look a little one-sided. I would have to agree with you, which I guess is agreeing with myself. Since you said you agree with me. A nice little circle that we like to bring things back into here at Slips.
Goodness.
Timer gets to 0, and they are off. Chimney and Doogie coming together on the kickoff. Jacob now not going to be able to get to the ball, so going to leave it for his defender. Now a little bit of an awkward touch here, but Legacy able to get a ball cleared out a little bit. Doogie trying to redirect, not going to be on net. Definitely a good opportunity there. Unfortunately, the redirect just not good enough. Legacy centers the ball, gets it over Gamer. Chimney, however, not able to read the miss from Gamer. Full as Quill out of the corner now. Gamer's going to put it back in the corner, trying to reset the play. Good 50 from Chimney to get that ball out and away. Legacy and Jacob, double commit here is dangerous. Legacy sends it across to the corner. Also, in case there's any sort of confusion, the Gamer on Doggers right now is not the same Gamer from the 2v2 Rumble matchup. This Gamer is absolutely not a silver, in case you were confused by any means.
Wait, he looks a little bit better.
Just, you know, silvers are looking pretty good these days, though, to be fair.
Yeah. No, you don't have to tell me about it, man. I've embarrassed.
Oh, did you get dusted by a silver, Wallaby?
I'm sure I've been dusted by a silver before. You never know. You never know with me.
Yeah, definitely a much better showing from the Tribe here in the first minute and a half of the game. 3:40 left to play. Still a scoreless game. Defensive pinch attempt there. Not going to be that great. Legacy's going to be able to put one off the back wall, but Footless Quill there to defend. Sends it away. Chimney gets a second touch. Might have a third one here. Can't get it by Gamer. Someone's going to be coming into the corner, but Gamer with another solid touch pops it up. Makes it awkward. Jacob coming in. Tries to get it. Doogie with a soft touch. Could be dangerous, but does get the second one to clear it away into the corner. Footless Quill with a pop. Going to be found by Chimney. To the center for Legacy, back up to Chimney, back down to Jacob. Jacob now with the shot, not going to be able to put it towards the net. Ends up going to the corner instead. Really good passes there, however, from this Tribe team. A lot of infield passes there, out of the air and on the ground. Definite underrated part of the game. Jacob's going to take a nice good shot here, and they open up the scoring 1-0 for Tribe. As we're talking about the passing plays, Chimney just leaves a little drop pass for Jacob. Comes in, swings his car into it, gets some nice power. 64 miles an hour into the top right corner. Tough one to save if you're Gamer. And so 1-0 for Tribe.
A really good place. A shot there by Jacob. A nice ball to leave for sure for Chimney. And right now, Tribe definitely do look really a lot more solid than they did in the first game, but they have to be really careful. There have been multiple instances where all three of them have been in the same area, so they need to make sure that they're not getting a little too aggressive now, a little too ahead of themselves, and making sure that they're cleaning up these rotations. Oh, that was really close. Yeah, they just need to make sure that their rotations are a little clean, especially on the defensive end, so that way they can hold and maintain this lead.
Yeah, as long as the rotations stay kind of clear and clean, I think they do have a shot at winning here in game 2. I still do think that the Doggers will probably end up taking this game. They still look a little bit better than Tribe. Tribe looking probably twice as good as they did last game, though. Definitely not going to make it easy on the Doggers. The Doggers looking a little bit more whiffy.
Yeah,
this game.
Yeah, I'd definitely have to agree with that. So a lot more missed touches. And I think that, though, a little bit of it is a little testament to some of the touches to Tribe are getting that they weren't getting in game 1. I think that Doggers are a little bit maybe caught off guard by some of these touches. I'm not entirely sure. Sometimes it is just, you're missing, and that's all it is. But let's see if Tribe are able to keep it up. I mean, we're still on the offensive side for Tribe, and they're putting down the pressure here, Croc.
They are putting down the pressure. Definitely impressive to watch. 1:20 left to play, and they're up by 1. Down by 1 in the series, however. Need this game win to stay alive. Gamer now trying to even up the game off the back wall. Doogie going to take a shot, but ends up putting it to the corner. Can't quite get his car positioned correctly to put it on net. Gamer with a beautiful redirect off the crossbar. Not going to be able to find its way in. Pressure still on for the Doggers here as the Chimney tries to get it cleared out. Doogie's just going to take possession. A nice little back pass to Footless Quill here. Legacy sends it out to the right, intercepted by Gamer. Off the ceiling, has the flip. Not going to be able to put it down as 2 members of Orange go for that save. Jacob now needs to be first one to this ball. Gamer can't connect on the touch. Neither can Footless Quill. This could be bad. Jacob now on the sidewall. The ball's going to be a little too far in front of him. Doogie able to get there. And now another pass to Doogie. Doogie evens up the game with just 31 seconds left to play. And you're vibing right now if you were the Doggers after that play.
Wow. I mean, great play, I think, from Footless. Footless is definitely the real anchor of that play. Gets the bump on the backside on the third player, and then gets the good pass over to the side, and that is a really, really pretty goal to tie it up here. But right now, the Tribe are looking to kind of take this goal back. They're definitely looking for their own infield passing plays, and Chimney gets to flick over and a little bit slow there on defense. I wasn't sure who was right there. Doogie, I don't think he was really entirely sure what was going to happen. Maybe thought Footless would have had it. And Gamer, with the creep up on the back post, not able to really help out. 2-1 in favor of Tribe. Right, a very, very quick answer back here, Croc.
Yeah, it just took 10 seconds to answer, and now Doggers are in trouble of losing game 2 here. Gamer's going to put one down to Doogie. Doogie off the sidewall, not going to get it very hard to get out into the middle. Now Chimney with another opportunity on net. Good opportunity to take. Not going to be able to put it on net. A little bit of a more difficult shot to make, but definitely a good one to take when you have the opportunity. Clock winds down to 0. Ball hits the ground, and Tribe take game number 2. Chimney with 45 ball touches does end up taking game MVP here. 1 goal, 1 assist, 2 saves on 2 shots. So good shooting percentage here. Only 5 shots from Tribe. They had a low amount of shots last game as well. Something I didn't really bring up, but Doggers, man, they had I think at least 13 shots, maybe more as a team. Now downgrading themselves all the way to 6 shots. Not necessarily their fault for not taking shots, but Tribe doing a better job of playing in the midfield and being aggressive. So definitely good play by Tribe here. And as we move into the next game, I expect Gamer to step back up again. Gamer was not playing the same way he played in game 1. I don't know if game 1 was the fluke or if game 2 was the fluke. Either way, we saw 2 completely different gamers on the field for the Doggers there, and needs to get it back in. But one stat line to mention here, Doogie with a goal, but no shots. Had to mention it. Yep.
I mean, to be fair, it was definitely a shot. Like he definitely. I'm surprised I didn't give him a shot. PSYONIX, please, or Epic, whichever one you want to talk about. But yeah. I mean, definitely good look from Tribe. I think the shot difference is kind of just a testament to their play. But regardless, just 1-1. We're going to get into game 3 as we get into this countdown. Croc, take it away. Let's see how they go.
Game 3 underway. Do or die time for both teams here. Winner will move on to the quarterfinals. This is round of 16, if I remember correctly. Next game we stream will also be a quarterfinal matchup. Going to be looking at either Salt and Pepper or Hold My Rice, taking on Blue or Dragons. My guess there is we're going to see Salt and Pepper versus Blue. Wallaby, feel free to get in your prediction, but we'll do a little bit of play-by-play here for the people first. Doogie off the back wall. Gamer coming in for the shot. Good 50 save by Chimney there. Now Jacob has to make a good play. Footless Quill able to get it into the corner to try and keep pressure. But Chimney's going to clear it out and stay on the ball. Gamer with another whiff there. Chimney, good middle pass. Doogie, however, ready for it. Sends it away. Trying to get a second touch and the fake. But he can't connect after the fake. And oh my gosh, Tribe are breathing heavy right now. A lot of pressure came in from the Doggers. They avoided it. They didn't really save it, but they avoided it. Oh my gosh, what an interesting opening minute here in game 3.
Yeah, right away, Doggers definitely looking like a different team than we saw in game 2. A little bit more of those game 1 vibes, but Tribe, of course, not playing as they were in game 1 either. So it's a little bit more of an even matchup here. But right away, there was a bump on the backside. Doogie gets an open net to shoot at, and there was a third rotating back. It looks like Jacob didn't go straight back to net. Went looking for that 100 boost, and that came back to punish him. And I mean, that's a missed rotation there, and Doogie takes immediate advantage. 1-0 Doggers.
Yeah, definitely got to make sure your eyes don't get too big, and you tunnel vision on those 100 boost pads. Got to stay in the boost lanes, getting back on defense. To be fair to Jacob in this instance, very much possible that he wouldn't have been able to save that ball while going back on the boost lanes as well.
Right.
It was a really good demo from the Doggers on that third man to throw off the rotations. And we talk about this every week that you and I are both on the desk. Not sure if you and K7 talked about it last week, but demos are just so key in this game. A lot of people get really upset. They think demos are cheap. Demos are not cheap. They're a game mechanic. They are also very hard to achieve effectively. If you just go around looking for demos the whole game, you're probably not being effective to your team. But right there, you get a demo on the third man, At the same time as the clear comes out, easy goal there. Chimney with the demo here. Going to be a 3v2 opportunity for Tribe, but Legacy way far back on the goal line, not going to be able to be involved in the play. Does end up getting a soft touch to keep pressure on his way back in, however. Chimney, good shot there. Double commit from the Doggers. Doogie credited with the save. Legacy off the sidewall, going to be a little soft. Easy clear out for Gamer. Chimney opts to throw this ball away as well, so Gamer's going to have possession in the midfield. Pass over to Doogie, not going to make it. Legacy, Jacob, and Chimney all chasing after the ball. Jacob demoed here, will be back as a third man. Legacy might challenge this one early. Flip reset, easy save for Jacob, however, as he was, Footless Quill was still very early on in the field. Jacob with the fake there, fakes out one, but not two. Gamer controls in the corner. Now Chimney, unfortunately, gets it right by Legacy. Jacob there to collect the pieces of that pass. Now Gamer gets a demo. It is going to be a little bit of an easier time for the Doggers to clear the ball out. And, you know, it makes me think that players really are listening to us when we cast their stream. In my opinion, I wouldn't. Oh, wow, Doogie,
wow.
What an absolute beauty of a goal off the crossbar there.
Wow. Yeah, nice little pass there by Gamer. Doogie comes in, and that's tough. That's a tough... Okay. For those at home, that's tough. You know, like coming off of the backboard like that, gets to pinch in and just muscles it with his wheels. Great shot there by Doogie to put Doggers up 2. But yeah, I mean, back to your point though, Demo's huge. Physical play, huge. In fact, the Doggers, a lot of their goals in these past 2 games have come off physical plays. That was simply Doogie with an incredible shot. But like right here, look, Gamer going to bump when he's rotating out of the third position, moving back towards the net. They're going through, they're getting these touches on, and really it's going to be up to Tribe in order to adjust to these demos and make sure that they're constantly moving so they don't get taken out of the play a little bit earlier than they would like.
Yeah, I would definitely have to agree. And then also to continue on my further point that I was going to make is I feel like some players actually do listen to us Oh my gosh. Every time I try to start talking, Doogie scores. Good pass here by Gamer out of the corner. Unfortunately, Legacy just not able to get get a good 50. Pass comes in from Footless. More of a shot redirected by Doogie. Goal goes in 3-0 in favor of the Doggers. A double fake kickoff. I'm not sure if that one was calculated. That one did not look very calculated to me. That looked like an accident from both players.
It looked a little close there.
Fun to see.
I don't know if that's true. Tribe though, 50 seconds remaining in the game, down 3. It's going to take a little bit of a minor miracle here, especially when, oh man. And right there, it looks like a communication breakdown. I'm not sure if it is. I don't know if it's communication. I don't know if it's lack of boost. Legacy flips forward. Probably not the best idea. Chimney maybe not on the same page. But, I mean, somebody's got to jump. Somebody's got to go. Jacob's stuck there on the back post. Doesn't really have a chance. And the Tribe, like, that was calculated.
Oh, yeah, that one was calculated. Unfortunately, goes back the other way, and the calculation ends up being miscalculated. Very unfortunate here. Doggers go up 5-0 in this game 3. Definitely not the game 3 we were expecting after game 2.
No. But I mean, Doggers, we did know that the Doggers, you know, they weren't playing like the difference between game 1 and game 2 for the Doggers was huge. They definitely looked a lot more whiffy. They weren't kind of getting the solid touches that we had seen in the game 1. This looks a little bit more like the Doggers of game 1, and Tribe just looked like since the minute and a half mark hit, just look like they've been kind of panicking a little bit, and it's definitely reflecting now on the scoreboard here.
I think, honestly, what happened is around that minute and a half mark, they were down 2 at that point, I think. Good shot by Chimney there. Good read on the back wall. I think this one was on purpose, you know.
It looks like it was.
Oh, yeah. Chimney was definitely spiking that one down. Either way... Man, hold on. I was saying something. Oh, yeah, around the minute and a half mark, it just looked like Tribe started trying to play too fast.
Right.
Like, they knew they were down, and so they started playing... Oh, excuse me. Very oddly, they weren't playing their game, and led to a bunch of communication and rotational breakdowns here. The 0-second goal will end up with the 7-0 scoreline. Doogie putting an extra one in for the road. 4 goals for Doogie here in this match. Absolute MVP of this game. Gamer stuff's up a little bit as well. Gets 6 shots on goal with 2 goals, 2 assists, and a save. Definitely going to have to be my series MVP is Gamer. Had a very quiet game 2, but a very loud game 1 and a pretty loud game 3 as well. Footless Quill, the solid foundational player for this team, played well every game, just not superstar level performance like Gamer in game 1 or Doogie in game 3. But I think Gamer will take my series MVP, although Doogie does get game 3 MVP.
Yeah, I'll definitely have to agree with that. And moving forward, Tribe definitely has the makings. I think the potential to potentially, be a little bit more of a contender. But right now, based off, this is definitely the weakest, I think, of the matches that we've seen from them. I'll really be interested to see how they respond. Hopefully next week, I would like to see them participate. So, but regardless, congratulations to Dargers. They move on to the quarterfinals, and we will be moving on to the yeah, it is the quarterfinals, actually, not the semifinals, if I'm correct. Yeah. So,
yeah, they're moving on to the quarterfinals to face Inferno.
Yep, exactly. So that will be a tough matchup for them. But we will be moving over and watching the next quarterfinal match, which will be, as you predicted, Blue versus Salt and Pepper. But let's take a look at the bracket here, see what we have kind of in store for these two teams, how they got to this point in the quarterfinals, and what they maybe potentially have in the future. And coming into this bracket here, what are some matchups that really stand out to you, Croc?
The biggest matchup here, I think that I am interested in seeing is M22 Alpha versus Bad Players. M22 Alpha definitely on the rise. I think they've gone through 1 or 2 roster changes as well. Definitely going to be interesting to see how they've grown. Would like to see them go up against a strong team like Bad Players. But honestly, I would have much rather seen like Alpha versus Esports or Alpha versus N7 Phantoms, unfortunately. Just because it's a much closer game. And they're a team that I really want to see like where they're at now based off of our early watchings of them. Other than that, I think the closest match will be M22 Esports and N7 Phantoms. Wait.
Yeah,
no.
It is.
Yeah. Inferno's playing Doggers. Yeah.
Yeah,
so,
threw me off a little bit there too.
M22 Esports versus N7 Phantoms. Yeah, GJ, if we could get a refresh on the bracket, that'd be great. M22 Esports versus N7 Phantoms, probably going to be the closest game out of the quarterfinals here. Mm-hmm. I think Salt and Pepper take down Blue in 2 games, Inferno take down Doggers in 2 games, and Bad Players take down Alpha in 2 games. But I think M22 and N7 has the greatest potential to go to game 3. Okay. N7 Phantoms definitely in a big slump, so we haven't seen it in a while. But, maybe they're going to bring it back today. Who knows? So we'll definitely have to see what's going on here. We'll definitely be interesting to see who comes out of that one, the winner. But we are going to be watching Salt and Pepper versus Blue, which is also going to be a pretty exciting matchup. Blue has an opportunity to bring this to game 3. Salt and Pepper hasn't looked as good as they have in the past, but still a very strong team.
Yeah, I'll definitely have to agree with that. Moving into this, Blue has been a pretty consistent quarterfinal team. Just hasn't. I don't think they've made it past there, have they? They have not made it past the quarterfinals. So it'll be really interesting to see. This is not an easy matchup. To be fair, though, it's not Inferno. It's not Bad Players. And M22 Esports has been looking very on point. They are number 3 in our power rankings as well. So, it definitely, I think Salt and Pepper ultimately would be the easiest matchup for them. But I think that's kind of telling of how difficult these matchups are going to be, because Salt and Pepper is by no means an easy team to beat. And we will move into the tail of the tape. But moving forward through this, looking at these 2 teams, I know you said that they're close. Who do you ultimately think who will edge this one out?
I think Salt and Pepper take this one in 2.
Okay.
Yeah, I think every game is going to be a two game, or every match is going to be a 2-game match, except for the M22 Esports N7 Phantoms matchup. So we'll definitely see if I'm proved right or wrong here. Blue has the potential to bring this to a game 3, but I think it would have to be them playing really well and Salt and Pepper playing kind of poorly in order for that to happen. Right. So we'll see. We'll see about that. But yeah, once we get into the tail of the tape, we will be able to see more of these players' individual rankings and skills based off of what's going on here. Got Matt, Beanman, and Ben coming in from the Salt and Pepper side, all GC2s, and Blue having Dewey, Caton, and Hellcat, 2 GC2s and a GC1. Both teams getting very close to that, being very close in average MMR, I think, with Salt and Pepper having a 40 to 50 MMR advantage when it comes to average. Not 100% sure there. But I do believe that we have everybody correct. I don't think we have any subs.
Yeah, I think it is. Let's look through as we do have everybody moving in. We have a sandwich man, but I wouldn't be surprised if that's Ben. But we'll be moving into it. It's Blue versus Salt and Pepper as our quarterfinal matchup of the day. Take it away, Croc.
Yeah, Salt and Pepper on the blue side, Blue on the orange side. Very interesting here. I think maybe we should always just have Blue be on the blue team so that way we avoid confusion. Well, a little bit of an interesting mix-up there. Either way, we did get confirmation Sandwich Man is Ben. So we've got the 3 main players for both teams coming in right now. Dewey rocking his SSL tourney winner tag now instead of the Season 11 RNG champ. Beanman going to turn up here. Not going to be the passing option. Decides to go back. Sandwich leaves the ball for Sandwich Man to take himself. Matt gets it over Dewey. Dewey gets a touch but ends up redirecting it. Caton comes in. Demos the shooter. Definitely going to give our blue team... see how weird that is? Definitely going to give Blue a little bit of space to breathe. Sandwich Pepper being on the blue side. Oh my gosh. My brain hurts. Wallaby, you take it for like 30 seconds. My brain hurts. Jeez.
Yeah, right. Currently, it does look like Salt and Pepper is going to be having the offensive pressure here as Matt sends a pass down to Sandwich Man, a.k.a. Ben, but he's going to be able to get it across. Hellcat then clearing it away, and it's going to be a counterattack opportunity for Blue on the orange, but it is able to get saved away by Salt and Pepper on the blue, and gets moved over into the corner. And right now, it definitely looks like Salt and Pepper is having kind of the advantage here, but Blue has definitely had their opportunities on the counterattacks. This is really dangerous, and that actually does not absolutely come to fruition. Hellcat trying to take a late shot there, but not able to do so. And right now, it definitely looks like it's pretty even. I was mentioning how it seemed to be pretty sided towards. That was a really nice little pass there. Sided towards Salt and Pepper. They had the offensive control, but Blue is able to take it away. Kind of, weathered the offensive pressure and brings it back forward. And at this point, nothing has really broken so far from either team here, Croc.
Yeah, really good play from both teams here off the rip. Caton's going to open up the scoring here for Blue. 1-0 in favor of Blue now. Salt and Pepper down in the game. Not something that I really expected. Blue definitely coming out and impressing right now. They have been steadily dropping in our power rankings due to lack of performance, but doing pretty well so far here. Would have been really nice to see that Astral Pinch going, though. Would have been a nice clip to have for the socials. If you guys could do us a favor and just hit more clippable shots for our TikTok, that'd be great. That'd be really great. Beanman with a good save on the goal line there after 2 players put it into the crossbar and bounces up and down. Unfortunately, not going to be able to go in for Blue. Salt and Pepper now on the counterattack. Beanman on the left side wall. Going to be looking for Sandwich Man in the middle. Gets a pop up, and Sandwich hustles it through the defender. Ties the game up with a little less than half remaining. And just Ace Man, just so you're aware, we show the bracket between the matches. Fortunately, we don't have a link to the bracket. If you'd like to see it, it is posted in the Discord, however.
Man, and then nice pass though by Beanman to Sandwich Man. Sandwich Man tells Hellcat to go to the gym. And it's going to be 1-1 as we get to the halfway mark in this game 1. Nice demo there by Hellcat. And I mean, right now, these teams look really even. I'm really impressed. I think Blue currently is definitely stepping up in this game so far. But Salt and Pepper, they are a absolute force. It's going to be very difficult, I think, for Blue to maintain this. So we'll see how they're able to do here.
Sorry, you ended right in the middle of my yawn. You ended right in the middle of my yawn. It was like to the point where I couldn't stop it. I just had to finish it out. And I'm like, well, there's going to be about 3 seconds of awkward silence here.
It's all good. You gotta get more sleep, Croc.
Dude, sleep and me just like don't agree. I normally sleep for a good amount of hours, just like at weird times. Oh, what an absolute banger of a shot from Matt there. Sneaks its way inside the left post. Dewey gets a touch there, straight into Beanman, who is able to put it off of Dewey's car, which gives it that little extra bit of speed while rolling into the middle. Matt able to put it in a really good spot, throws the ball on net, gets the first lead of the series, minute 33 left to play. Salt and Pepper up 2-1.
Great shot there with a lot of power. It kind of got snuck by a little bit. I don't think that Blue was ready for the shot, but off the kickoff, it does look like they're trying to take control. A very smart fake challenge there by it's Caden? Caden?
I believe it's Caden. That's just my guess. If I'm wrong, someone will yell at me in the team chats later.
I'm sure. Yeah. So Caden, nice little fake challenge there, and Dewey's going to be taking control of this. A nice bump attempt there. But right now we're getting to a minute left in this game one. Blue is down by 1 to Salt and Pepper. What do you think needs to come out of the Croc to manage potentially tie this up and send it into overtime?
You know, honestly, I'm not sure here. They're playing well. I think Salt and Pepper's just playing a little bit better. I think both teams are playing really good Rocket League for themselves. Maybe a little bit more bumping could open it up for Blue. I think the only thing that they're really doing noticeably worse on than Salt and Pepper right now is their 50-50 game. But as I say that, of course,
50s and a demo.
Yeah. Of course, as soon as I say that, they get a 50 pass into the middle and a demo, which leads to a goal. So you know what? Honestly, I was a little disappointed because I was like, oh man, like I just said that, but like I should be proud. I literally just said 2 things that they could probably do to score more. They do the exact 2 things that I say, and boom, goal. It's almost like I've been casting and analyzing this tournament for a while.
Dude, cork brain. That's cork brain right there. Wow, yeah, nice little goal there. We have 10 seconds left, though, and they're trying to make sure an overtime is not really necessary. Blue is on the attack. They're still out for blood in this game one here, but as the time runs down, it is up in the air. They have an opportunity here, but nobody's going to be there for the shot. Nice bump by B-Man. We will be heading into overtime.
Yeah, we are going to get a nice overtime here. First overtime of the day in game 1 of this series. Quarterfinal matchup, best of 3. Going to be moving on to the semis if you get the win here. Sandwich Man getting it done early, 10 seconds in. Salt and Pepper take game 1. And Wallaby, I'm going to leave you to it for about, the 30 seconds of the aftermath, and I'll be right back.
Yeah, it does look like Salt and Pepper will take game 1 in overtime. Nice attempts by Blue. They do tie it up, send it there. But unfortunately, the kickoff goes the way of Salt and Pepper, and they are able to take away game 1. Coming into the scoreboard, you do see that Sandwich Man will be taking away the match MVP by 12 points over Bean Man. Kind of snuck it away with that last goal. 2 goals, 2 saves, and 4 shots. Whereas Bean Man with the 2 assists to those 2 goals, 3 saves, and 1 shot for himself. Caden and Dewey will be leading the side of Blue. A nice attempt, close game 1 coming into this quarterfinal matchup. Definitely about as even as we thought it was going to be. For me personally, I definitely think that Sandwich Man is going to end up taking my MVP for this game 1 as the game dictates, simply because it was overtime goals, always clutch. Always good to come in. I mean, the nice placement. There were defenders that were there. They were able to put that away. But, Bean Man there with the defensive anchor as well as the passing plays. Can't really pass up on what he was able to accomplish. But we're going to be heading into game 2. It's going to be 1-0 currently in favor of Salt and Pepper. They took that game 1 overtime. It's right now it is a best of 3. If Salt and Pepper wins this, they will be moving on to the semifinals. Blue needs to win this to stay alive. We'll be getting into the countdown here. It's going to be Caden versus Sandwich Man for the kickoff. And here we go. We're going to be moving forward here. It does look like Blue won the kickoff, but Salt and Pepper with Matt is able to take it across. Dewey's going to be meeting Matt in, 50ing him on the middle, then 50s on the side. Not able to get much else out of it, though. Caden, a little bit of a whiff there. I think maybe potentially Sandwich Man was going to be hitting that. But Dewey is there to get a nice little touch on it. Keep it on the side of Salt and Pepper. Hellcat 50 Sandwich Man on the wall. Matt does get it by the blue defender, but nothing really comes out of it. Dewey is trying to get a bump on the Sandwich Man and does. That allows Hellcat to come in and get a 50 on the Sandwich Man as well. But Matt's going to come through, puts a shot off the post, and B-Man with this shot, but Dewey there with good rotations and does get the save. Sandwich Man taking control of the ball. Going to be moving forward, but Dewey takes it away from him. Blue's coming forward. Kaiten, though, getting a little bit bumped, it looks like. Not able to get a good shot on it, but Hellcat hits it over the entirety of Salt and Pepper. Fakes him out. Kaiten's coming for the shot. Not able to get one on, but Matt passes it out. A shot comes out from Hellcat and not able to really get much there. Nice save. And Sandwich Man takes it away from Dewey. Kaiten comes in, gets the control. Hellcat comes off, gets a little bit of a touch, knocks it over to the post. Kaiten's going to take control, tries to bump it up, but Sandwich Man is there. And then going to be coming forward with the Salt and Pepper counterattack. In 3 minutes and 40 seconds, we do have Croc back here in the booth. And it has been a lot of back and forth, but Salt and Pepper definitely seem to be a little bit more threatening so far in this game too, Croc.
Yeah, just in the past little bit that I've been able to watch, Salt and Pepper definitely look like they're on top of the blue team here. That's still so weird to me. Kaiten, however, with a nice pop into the center. Dewey with an opportunity, going to send it off the back wall. Beanman playing good backboard defense. And for those of you, we know we have a lot of the lower ranks in chat. Oh, Sandwich Man ends up with the goal there. Really good play here. Beanman with the backboard defense we were talking about. Good big clear from Sandwich Man here. Not going to be able to get there in time. Hellcat almost there. I guess you could say what a save to Hellcat if you're on his team, but honestly, that's a big, speedy, powerful clear. And doesn't matter because he made it up right there off the kickoff. Bar down. Two bangers back to back within 2 seconds of each other.
That was a great shot there by Hellcat. I mean, if you're Matt, that is so hard to save. Goodness gracious.
Yeah, really good play there. And as I was going to say, I know we have some like lower ranks in the chat that watch these tournaments religiously. And in case you're wondering, like some things you can do to get better and get up to the caliber of these players, pay attention to the defense that they play on the backboard. Normally, up until you get probably, what would you say, Wallaby? Champ 2, maybe late Champ 1. All three players on defense are going to be playing on the ground instead of driving up the back wall and playing defense on the back wall. Definitely get comfortable playing defense on the back wall. You can see these players doing it all the time. Definitely helps you out.
Yeah, definitely have to agree. Oh. No, go ahead. Sorry about that.
No, I thought you were going to say something, and then then there was like, that awkward silence again. I was like, oh, maybe he's not saying something.
Usually I have something to say. It wasn't a bad assessment.
That's fair. That's fair. Kaiten's going to try and get an opportunity done here. Good 50 by Matt. Kills the ball in the corner. No boost here. Going to play a low 50 on Dewey. Pops a little higher than he'd like, and Hellcat comes in. Now pass down to Kaiten. Kaiten going to take a shot. Sandwich Man there to make the save, but Beanman goes up as well. Matt makes the hero save there. Sends it out to the corner off the 50 on the shooter. Kaiten pop back into the center. Dewey is going to be there. Not going to be able to put it low enough. Kaiten not going to be able to redirect. Now this very dangerous Beanman there doesn't get the read on the dunk for Dewey. Dewey unfortunately pinches it back towards his own half of the field. Now Sandwich Man has an opportunity to create an attack for Salt and Pepper. Comes straight down, but no one's there to take the shot or the early recenter. Sandwich Man gets a couple extra touches, but Hellcat puts it into a safer area. Now Beanman with a really good pass, but both Sandwich Man and Matt driving away to the sidewall. Interesting play there. Maybe they didn't expect Beanman to get that ball out center. Either way, the attacking pressure does get smothered there by Blue, and now with the attacking opportunity, not going to be able to put it in, and Sandwich Man sends it going back the other way.
Yeah, right now, definitely Blue seems to be in control of the ball and has a lot of offensive pressure. Salt and Pepper trying to get it out of their half. Though it does look like Blue is a little bit on some of these passing plays, seems to be a little bit confused on the positioning of the shooter. I don't know if it has to do with the passes being a little bit off, or maybe potentially they're just finding themselves in the wrong kind of bunched up, and maybe they're attempting to kind of get rotate back into the correct places. But regardless, some opportunities that were squandered, and right now Kaiten with a great save over the corner off of a really nice shot there. And Salt and Pepper is definitely trying to make sure this doesn't go into another overtime. I definitely think that if this one goes into an overtime here, Croc, it either will go the way of Blue or it will not be nearly as easy as it was for Salt and Pepper in Game 1.
Yeah, the 10-second overtime goal victory for Salt and Pepper was definitely something that they enjoyed. And they have an opportunity here to try and put the game away as Beanman goes up on the left side wall. Going to be challenged early by a member of Blue, however. Now, it does look like we are going to have an overtime. Ball hits the ground at 0 seconds, and it is official. Moving into the second overtime of the series here in Game 2. Sandwich Man clears that away, doesn't let Blue get an early goal like they got in the first game. Good shot opportunity there. Beanman there to send it away and save it. Sandwich Man up on the back wall to clear out Hellcat's pass attempt. And now this could be dangerous. Sandwich Man doesn't get the flip reset well. Matt able to put one slightly into center. Now Hellcat beats the defender. Needs to get another touch, and Sandwich Man gets faked out. Gonna be 2-1 here in favor of Blue. Blue take Game 2 in overtime, and we're moving into Game 3.
A great pass by
Sandwich Man
Hellcat.
doesn't get faked out. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I don't think he was able to.
He just wasn't. He didn't get back in time. Sorry. My bad.
Great pass there by Hellcat over to Caden to take away Game 2. And it's kind of like I said, if you were Salt and Pepper, you did not want that to go into another overtime, because I definitely think Blue had the momentum moving in. They proved that point. They take away the game. But looking at the shots, looking at the saves, I mean, right now it definitely looks like Salt and Pepper, like within one less shot, put double the amount of balls on net that needed to be saved away. So Salt and Pepper are definitely right there in this, 2 overtime victories for either side. Moving into Game 3, though, I mean, what are you looking for out of each of these teams, and who do you think is going to win here, Croc?
I think that we're gonna have to go back again and say demos. Demos are probably going to be the key here. And then also, man, it's so hard to tell. I just watched 2 games and I watched them play these, but normally I have so much to say at the end of a match, right? But this, I don't know here. They're doing well. Maybe more infield passing. A lot of the passes seem to be coming popped out of the corner or off the back wall. Maybe something on the ground. We did see Matt get a really nice goal off of a ground pass earlier. Maybe that's what these two teams need. Maybe just switch up the play. Not necessarily do something different because what they're doing isn't working, but switch up the play just to be more unpredictable. Keep doing what you're doing, but also add something else in. If you're kind of like if you're going up on the wall and you're hitting an air dribble towards the net every time, next time you go up, hit a pass into the middle or hit a banger straight off the wall on net, and you're going to catch them off guard. Obviously, that particular analogy doesn't apply to these teams, but maybe a little something else, like some more fakes or something. And there's the infield pass. Matt with a great opportunity on net. Great save by Caden. Beanman, unfortunately, wrong place, wrong time. Ends up helping the defense there.
Yeah, definitely. I would definitely agree, though. Infield passing is something that we haven't really seen as much of. It's occurred, but not nearly as much as you would assume. I mean, Hellcat, speaking of infield passes, Hellcat 2 Caden did get the overtime win for Blue as well. So it'd be interesting to see. Demos, obviously, we are a huge fan of demos. We like physical play. So it's definitely going to be kind of something that comes out of us a lot for what we would like to see more of, if not only for the excitement factor of demos. But regardless, Salt and Pepper right now with the offensive pressure, looking to try to kind of put this Game 3 away early, but Blue's not letting them. And then a demo by Caden on the Beanman on the backside is going to make it even more difficult. But it's back and forth. I think that Blue is definitely kind of a little bit more in the defensive half, but I don't think that necessarily has to do with being slower or anything of that nature. They're just trying to kind of put it there. And Caden comes through off of what looked like a failed counterattack, but ended up Hellcat not really able to get the touch. Sandwich Man puts off the wall, and Caden's right there to read it off the top. Nobody's able to get up to that. The save is 1-0 in favor of Blue here, Croc.
Yeah, definitely not the touch to make if you're Sandwich Man. We were on his perspective as he was going in full time and full speed. Saw his defender on the near post. Should have definitely let him have that one. Caden's going to get another early one here off of a good pass from Hellcat. Hellcat off the wall. I think he gets a second touch here.
Does.
Yeah, he does get a second touch here. and just sneaks it into the near post side there. Really good play there. Not much that the defenders could do. Maybe if you're was that Bean Man or Sandwich Man that was there?
Sandwich Man, I think, on the bottom.
Okay. If you're Sandwich Man there, you probably need to set up for a little bit of a better 50. Or you could just rely on Bean Man to do that every time. You know, if Bean Man does that every time, you're chilling. That is the clip right there. Flip reset goal, an absolute beaut. That one's going to be on the TikTok and the Twitter later. Make sure you guys are following our socials in order to keep up with that. The TikTok is run by Shay, and Shay put some funny stuff on there, as well as some clips from our old Rocket League tournaments. So be sure you guys are up to date on our socials. Follow us. Come hang out with us outside of the tourney times. Matt now trying to put another counterattack down. Sandwich Man 50s with Dewey, and this is going to be bad for them. Hellcat with a beautiful redirect. Almost 2 clips within 5 seconds of each other. Gee, that would have been a great redirect. That is a lot harder than it looked. For those of you who are going, I'm gold 3, and they do that in my lobbies all the time. No, they don't.
Dewey. Not on purpose.
Yeah. usually it's an own goal redirect like that.
I mean, speaking of redirects.
What an angle.
Wow.
What an angle. Dewey, what an angle there off the ball from the corner. Coming in from the opposite direction and able to get the ball on net with power and accuracy. Matt now going to put this one down for Bean Man. Turns around. Weird pop off the corner. Might be able to get there in time and does. Caton going to be chasing back behind the play, but Hellcat there to make the early touch.
Right now, Salt and Pepper are trying to get this tie up. We are about halfway through, and Hellcat's going to go try to read this off the wall, off the counterattack, not able to do so. Dewey is definitely in danger, but ends up not actually having to do anything. Ooh, that was almost dangerous. But yeah,
I thought they were scoring there.
Oh yeah, I for sure thought they were scoring. Right now, like Salt and Pepper, they look a little bit key here. You still got 2 minutes. You're only down 2 goals. You've looked good all series long. Definitely not a time to be panicking. Just kind of play your game, I think, if you're Salt and Pepper, and you'll be able to kind of get this through. But right now, they need a reset of rotation. They seem to be a little bit all over the place, kind of jumping at a lot, and a lot of them are very low on boost right now. So we'll see if they're able to kind of pull this back and back into some semblance of control for them here, Croc.
Yeah, I definitely was going to mention the panickiness. And you hit the nail right on the head. They've been playing well all series. Definitely can't start losing it now. And just Matt is the actual epitome of composure. Look at this.
What a shot.
What an absolute shot.
Wow.
And not only that, but every goal that Matt has had and every play he's had just seems like he should be panicking during those plays, right? But he keeps his composure, puts the ball where it needs to go, and does it with power and authority. Very good player to emulate there is Matt, composure-wise. Bean Man, of course, definitely can't go unnoticed. Really good mechanical play from Bean Man all series long. Sandwich Man with the opportunity. Dewey with a great save off the back wall. I thought the game had just gotten tied up there. Sandwich Man maybe chasing a demo here, ends up rotating ball side. Not going to be punished right now for that. Matt puts one towards net, and then a demo coming out on Caton. Sandwich Man going to leave it here. Looks for the bump on Dewey. Can't quite find it, but he does get demoed by the second player coming in, Matt. Now Sandwich Man, again, with the near post rotation, cutting off Bean Man there. Got to just let Bean Man go for that ball. It's got the better approach angle, and instead of a pinch out of the corner, Bean Man can control that ball. They do end up getting the counterattack off of the touch right now, but probably not nearly as effective as it would have been. But as I say that, Sandwich Man bangs one straight into the crossbar. That one's got to go on net, unfortunately. Really, really poor accuracy, and Hellcat's going to take advantage of the counterattack. Good pop from Caton there. Bean Man misses the ball here, and that is going to be all she wrote, most likely, folks. 4-2 in favor of Blue, and Blue taking down Salt and Pepper is really going to shake things up in the power rankings this week.
Yeah, that's so tough. 10 seconds left. Other than a little bit of a kickoff goal here, potential Hellcat's not missing those. So, I mean, if you're Sandwich Man, you're definitely hurting in this situation. A missed open net leading to a goal that ended up being the dagger is what ends it. But congratulations to Blue. Other than that one mistake, very well played from them. They definitely earned this series win. Every single game was pretty I mean, pretty close, very, very tough fought. 2 overtime games and a 4-2 victory. Not really kind of as indicative as this series maybe would have told you. But they do take it over Salt and Pepper 2-1. A little bit of an upset there for Blue. So congratulations to them for making it into the semifinals.
I wouldn't even call that a little bit of an upset. GJ, can we take a look at this week's power rankings again, please? But based off the power rankings, Salt and Pepper ending up at the number 4 spot, I believe, maybe the number 5 spot on our power rankings. Blue being much lower. Salt and Pepper number 4, taken down by the number 6 team. And even though it's only a 2-spot difference, it's a 13-point difference in terms of voting. Blue moving up 1 spot from last week to this week in power rankings, definitely going to be on the move up. Obviously, after a game like this, no way we can keep them below Salt and Pepper. Salt and Pepper played really well. I had them winning in 2 games. Blue take it to a game 3 and play well. Good execution and win, and they're going to move on to the semis to face most likely Bad Players. They're top side of the bracket, right?
I think they're on the bottom side, so it'll be Inferno. The winner of Inferno or Doggers. But let's get into the bracket here so we can potentially see what the matchups of the other quarterfinals, if we have any of those results moving forward here, looks like, and see what we will be looking at. And we do get in here. We see that Bad Players took down M22 Alpha. M22 Esports took down N7 Phantoms. Inferno taking down the Doggers as well. So it is as we predicted. Across the board, the 1, 2, and 3 team all making it over through into the semifinals, but we do not see the semifinal. We do not see the number 4 team in Salt and Pepper making it into the semifinals. Blue will be taking that spot from them. We will be watching Bad Players versus M22 Esports first for this first semifinal match, so hopefully we can move to the tail of the tape, please. For that matchup, M22 Esports is coming in as the number 3 team on our power rankings, Bad Players as the number 2 team on our power rankings. So among that, it is close, but we do know that Bad Players is a very, very, very strong team. They've made the finals multiple times. They were in the finals of last week's tournament and fell to Inferno, even with the sub. So I'm not entirely 100% certain if they have a sub or if they have their full starting roster. As we get into it, we do see that they are running with JJ instead of Cloud again. So it is the same player, potentially, maybe, not sure. Somebody in the chat maybe let us know if JJ is a permanent fixture in that team now. But we're going to be running with JJ again. It's going to be Ludwin, JJ, and Jalen on the side of Bad Players versus Mogu, Tyler, and Jerry on the side of M22 Esports. Cloud has internet issues, got it. So it will be a sub coming in for Bad Players again. This is going to be kind of tough. Right now, you see 2 GC3s and a C3 on the side of Bad Players. GC1, 2 GC2s on the side of M22 Esports. So definitely favors Bad Players a slight bit, but at the same time, JJ last tournament didn't really play like a champ 3. Had extremely good performances pretty much in every single series. So he is definitely somebody that we're going to be looking to see how he potentially steps up here. Mogu as well on the side of M22 Esports, a roster change that they had, I'm pretty certain 2 tournaments ago, that ended up working wonders for them as they moved into that tournament and ended up taking on some solid teams and doing really well, making it to the semifinals in that particular tournament. So it's going to be really interesting to see how these 2 teams match up. We've been wanting to see this for a while. For me personally, we'll see. Croc currently is away. He'll be returning pretty shortly here. For me personally, though, I definitely think Bad Players is potentially going to take this, but it's going to come down to the play of JJ. M22 Esports is very, very solid. They have the potential to definitely put down a series win against Bad Players, but I definitely think it's only going to come from if JJ is unfortunately not able to perform. We do have Croc back in the booth. Welcome back, Croc. A little bit of interesting information. JJ will be subbing in for Bad Players again in this tournament. Cloud is having internet issues, so Bad Players are going to be moving forward with a sub as we get into the semifinal match.
Yeah, playing with the sub, and that could be the attributed reason to their failure in the finals last week against Inferno. But we've got them against M22 Esports right now. M22 Esports taking the number 3 spot in our power rankings this week, and deservedly as well. Definitely no slouches as they continue to make roster moves and get better and better. Now we've got to see if they have the opportunity here. Ty the Guy, Jerry, and Tyler all playing for M22. Not sure who those players are. I don't recognize any of them. But then we've got, of course, Ludwin, Jalen, and JJ for bad players. Very recognizable names here in Slips.
I think Ty the Guy's Mogu.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, Mogu has got to be here, right?
yeah. I think Ty the Guy was Mogu last weekend as well. That was
okay.
Close for Ludwin. Yeah, right now, definitely, like, bad players coming out really fast, but M22 Esports there to meet the challenge, and, M22 Esports is a team that's definitely stepped up as of late. Really impressive play that's coming out of them. It looks like bad players seem to be a little bit... we do have a game crash, so I think we are going to potentially get a restart in this game 1 here. No goals scored, so we probably will be able to move forward into that, but... Something really interesting, Croc, that I want to mention that I'm not sure, maybe not potentially everybody in this chat knows is the case, but GJ, the guy...
Sorry, I sneezed.
the guy behind the screen, it is actually his birthday today. So everybody in the chat, please wish GJ a happy birthday. He is an integral part of our Slips community. He works his absolute butt off every weekend, doing everything he possibly can to get these tournaments running as smooth as they do. Happy birthday to you, GJ. I mean, you guys don't understand, but GJ is the savior. Like, he does so much. So happy birthday to him as we do get this lobby remake in here, Croc.
All right. Yeah, definitely a big happy birthday to GJ. We sang to him earlier on the pre-show. We'll give him another good round of singing as we move into the finals after the semis. Get as many people in the chat as possible to help wish GJ a happy birthday here. But we do have the lobby remade. Players are on the field. We're going to move straight in. No goals were scored, so we are going to be starting off 0-0, 5 minutes on the clock. Fresh game. Jerry, and Jalen coming together on the kickoff, going to be in favor of the orange team here. Oh, actually in favor of bad players on the blue team. Off the back wall, Ludwin comes in, gets a demo there, but Tyler able to clear it away. JJ off the ceiling, going to be looking for the pass to Jalen. Ends up with a 50 instead of the flip. Jalen with a nice little pop off the corner, and Ludwin's going to be able to read that and send it straight in. Really nice play here from Jalen to be able to get that double touch off the corner. Makes it super awkward for Tyler. Nobody from M22 Esports staying on that far post. Really bad defensive miscue there. Got to get that positioning under wraps or bad players will punish you every single time.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I'd like to mention that Ludwin is wearing the Thug Life glasses, and I'm here for it. I'm here for it, honestly.
He gets the first goal. When you get the goals, man, you can do what you want.
I mostly just like that there's a topper on the car. We almost never see toppers in Rocket League. Everybody's a firm believer that toppers interfere with your ability to play the game.
My areas are different when I have a topper. It's just
yeah. I personally think that it's a crock of crap. Trying to keep it PG here, But sure, like if you got the Hot Wheels topper on with a big shark head and the cars running through its mouth the whole time, maybe you get a little distracted. But it doesn't affect your gameplay. Oh, another great pass here from bad player straight into the middle. Instead of being Jalen to Ludwin, this time it's Ludwin to Jalen. Out of the corner again. Jerry does get a solid touch there. Last line of defense, but Ludwin able to read the touch and send it straight back to the middle.
I mean, great read there by Ludwig. A great way to stick with the play. This is why you rotate through the goal of the opponents when you're on offense, and Ludwig gets rewarded. Jalen there to follow it up. Good rotations from the bad players here, and right now 2-0 in there. I mean, game like before the remake, we weren't sure. It was looking significantly more even than this, but right now, bad players have really taken control of this game one here, Croc.
Yeah, I think it's also still even as well. I don't think that it's too one-sided in favor of bad players. They definitely do have a step over M22 Esports here. Another good pass attempt there from JJ. Ludwig just not able to read that one. I think the big issue here is just that bad players are able to continue to execute once they get the ball into the attacking third. Seems like M22 Esports here doing a pretty good job in the midfield, doing an okay job on the defensive half of the field as well. But unfortunately, they get into the attacking third and they just forget how to get the ball to a teammate, I guess. Maybe they're just too focused on playing fast right now, as bad players is a very fast team and you have to play fast to compete with them. So maybe they're just too focused on being fast right now to be focused on good positioning and good touches. Because both plays, no one on the far post. Both goals for bad players, no one on the far post. That pass right there, sure, Tyler gets lucky and gets there. That's really not a great pass, though. It really should have been cut out by one of the bad players there. Ty, the guy with a mistouch there. Everybody's just focused on playing fast, I think, and I think it's leading to a little bit of decline of M22 Esports skill.
Yeah, going too fast can definitely affect your ability to pass for sure. Right now, they do look a little bit confused here on the defensive half. Ty, the guy, not really sure, I think, where he's supposed to be on that defensive rotation after getting bumped over. And I do think one thing that I've kind of noticed as it actually happens right here is when they're clearing the ball away, they're getting good clears. Ooh, Ludwig, attempted bump there by Ty, the guy. It was a good idea. But it seems like they're just kind of giving the ball away as well. They're not really able to kind of one of the reasons I think they're not able to generate a whole lot of offense is that a lot of these plays are plays for themselves. As you see, Ty, the guy right here, not looking for really any passes. Of course, there was a good opportunity for a solo play, I think, but Tyler, again, not a pass play, but he gets a good shot there off of, looks like a little bit of miscue. Jalen, a little bit of a pop that maybe wanted to go farther than that actually did, but Tyler able to get a good shot over the top of the defense. JJ not there to save it, and it's 2-1 still in favor of bad players, but I definitely feel like it comes from them not really taking the control here, Croc, that they potentially need to in this game to get more offensive opportunities.
Wait, who's not taking control?
M22 Esports.
Oh, okay. For a second, I thought you were. I didn't know if you were talking about M22 Esports not taking control of the game or bad players not taking control of that particular play that led to the goal against.
Oh, M22 Esports taking control of the ball.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, I mean, they are. It's like tough because M22 Esports and bad players aren't separated by very much in terms of slips. There would probably be a little bit more separation between the two teams if some of our other top tier teams were also in the bracket consistently. M22 Esports definitely has earned their spot being the third best team here, right next to Slips and Inferno. But man, you can just tell in this game right now that at least in this particular game, they are outclassed. Not by a lot, but that you can tell that whenever you don't really have an explanation as to why things are going wrong, it's usually just speed. But man, the 1 second goal from Tyler here, really going to be a thorn in the side for bad players. JJ with a rough touch just goes straight into Jerry, and Tyler able to put it on net. The rest of the bad players probably trusting that ball from JJ is going to go up the wall or something like that. But, even though this game's tied, I really struggle to say that M22 is playing at the same level as bad players right now.
Yeah,
but Ludwig, Ludwig may have just thrown the game there.
Oh my goodness. I'd have to agree. Going into this overtime, bad players, I would be shocked if they don't end up taking it. But, you never know. Bad players right there, especially on the back part of that 1 second goal, opportunity. A little bit rough on some of these rotations. So we'll see if they're able to kind of finish this up here as we do get 20 seconds into the overtime of game one of the semifinals, Carl.
Yeah, overtime here, just about 30 seconds gone already. Ludwin's going to be trying to get that ball out. Tyler with a good defensive play here. Jalen and Ludwin coming together for both of the goals for bad players. I think Tyler scores both for M22. Yeah, Tyler scores both for M22, assisted by each one of his teammates. Ludwin here going to be looking to 50 it in, and Jalen also coming in for the shot, not going to be able to connect. JJ passes all the way across to Jalen. Gonna try and redirect this one to the far post, and he does. Top left corner, bad players take game one, 3-2 here in overtime.
Yeah, JJ, the sub coming down. Really great pass from that side ball. Air dribbles it over, puts it down to Jalen, leaves it there. Jalen's got a nice finish on the backside over into the top left side of the goal. Bad players take game one in overtime. But again, like we mentioned, I don't think that the overtime win is indicative of how this game truly was. Bad players, I think, were in control for a huge portion of it. A couple lucky breaks from M22 Esports, especially in the end, leads to a tie game and overtime. But bad players comes in and does take the game in what we, based on what we've been saying, what we potentially feel like it should have been, which is a win for bad players here.
Right. And I think that bad players are playing at their full speed, though. That's one thing I did want to say, because I don't like, normally when we're seeing bad players this early on, it's not a lot of, or it's not early on, I guess. This is semifinals, right?
This is semifinals.
Yeah, okay, never mind. This is not early on. Anyways, whenever we see bad players play for the first time of the day, it's usually against a bit of a weaker team, and we're able to see them kind of just like hang back, relax a little bit, and Inferno usually having the tougher time throughout their bracket. I feel like every time we talk, it's always, oh yeah, bad players are going to make it to the finals. It's a pretty easy side of the bracket for them. Oh man, Inferno's going to probably make it to the finals, but they have so much of a harder bracket to get there.
Right.
And this is the first time I think I've seen bad players have to really play full speed before the finals.
Yeah, I mean, M22 Esports, definitely no slouches, but we are going to get into game two here. Bad players took game one, and we'll see if M22 Esports can respond here as we get into this game two. Take it away, Croc.
Wow. Early goal here from Ludwin. Unfortunate play on the near post from the orange defender. Tyler comes in for the cheating 50. Tie the guy. Very, very, very poor mistake there. You definitely can't make that mistake at this level. Gets the corner boost and turns up instead of back to the net. Honestly, maybe this is just my opinion. Oh, Jalen might have a free goal here. Not going to happen this time. Maybe this is just my opinion. Maybe it's just my theory of how Rocket League should be played. But you've got your kickoff taker, you got your cheater, and you got your boost grabber. Your boost grabber is your defensive player. I don't know why, but for the past, 6 or 7 months... Oh, wow. Nice touch there from Tyler. Really good goal there. Ooh.
Tyler guy, nice little touch over the top. Tyler, though, goodness gracious.
Yeah.
Ludwin went up for a squishy save, and I think he was just confused. The ball was even coming towards the net from that angle. Really,
I don't think he expected the shot.
Yeah, that was beautiful. Nice. That was a very good play there from Tyler for M22 Esports.
Anyways, back to my little mini kickoff rant. That boost grabber is your defender. He is not the turn up field and chase the ball when it's at the halfway mark of the field going up the wall, right? And so Ty the guy on that play turns up the field and they get punished for it. You got to have someone back on defense. Your guy cheating has momentum going forward. Your guy going on kickoff is most likely recovering after a 50 on the ball and not going to be able to get back very quickly. And so if your third guy goes up for the ball, who's playing defense? Ooh. Oh, yeah, that's right. Nobody. JJ with a goal here, though, as I finish my kickoff rant. Really good pass from Ludwin here. Beats the defender, gets the extra flip. Tyler is kind of reading the ball, kind of not. Unfortunately, ends up a little too far away from the play. JJ able to smash it down for the goal.
Wow, yeah, that's tough. If you're in Tyler's situation, not a whole lot you can do. Even being back post there doesn't really leave a whole lot of options. Nice shot from JJ. You know, sometimes in those situations, you can get a little antsy, shoot it kind of right at the defender. He doesn't do that. Takes a beautiful pass from Ludwin, and right now, Ludwin, it looks like was going to pass it, but it doesn't actually get a touch on the ball. Instead, it goes all the way through. Tyler, again in defense, looked a little confused. I think if he jumps there, though, Croc, if he jumps early there, he gets demoed. I think Ludwin was in the right spot.
Yeah.
But regardless, 3-1 for bad players with 3:43 remaining here.
Yeah, sorry if that reaction that just was not what you were looking for. It sounded like you still had more to say, and you were just looking for like the one-word answer right there. Man, you think that like after 1 week of not casting together, we'd still be fine, but our chemistry, it's in the toilet. Honestly, we should probably just both retire from casting. Sorry, Slips, this is going to be the last cast you hear from both of us.
Well, look, speak for yourself. No, but it's all good.
Imagine retiring. Couldn't be
retiring?
I'm going to be casting until I'm like 80. Until I sound like this. Tyler centers the ball. Ty, the guy, not able to make it there quite in time. Jalen able to get a nice 50, sends it over to Ludwin. Has an opportunity here. Oh, and the demo from Jerry. The crowd goes wild. Honestly, that was honestly like a little more hype than I expected. That went so much better than I expected. I was gonna say like one line and be done, but I'm like, hey, this kind of fire. So you got to go on for a little bit.
It looks like you can cast for a long time yet, Croc. I think you've got it in you.
Yeah. I wonder if I'm gonna ask. Oh, nice! Wow. Really, really nice. Really good angle from Jalen there.
Oh, that's a tough read. I mean,
dang. Hey, Jalen, imagine retiring.
Speaking of retiring,
yeah. Jeez. Wow. Hey, he's not out of it yet.
Yeah, I mean, now with shots like that, dude. Goodness. Great shot from Jalen there. He does, bad players up 4-1. And right now they are taking control of this game. I mean, I didn't think it was going to be this one-sided. There is still 2 minutes and 5 seconds remaining, but you can see bad players a little bit out of sorts, though. I don't think it looks like they're kind of, they're having a little bit of fun. They're up 3 goals, but M22 Esports is not a team you can play around with too much. So we'll see if they do get away with this, and Jalen shuts me up. Well done,
yeah, M22 Esports looks like they're trying to just make a little bit too much happen right here. They're just a little too far up. A minute 50 left. You're down by 3. Sure, you got to be a little aggressive, but a third man still has to be there, right? That's the biggest mistake aggressing teams make, is that they think aggression just means no more third man, right? You play no more third man when it's like, 10 seconds left and you're down by 1 or 2, like you don't want to. A minute 50 left in the game, that's still a lot of time. People don't realize how much time they have in Rocket League. 2 minutes and 30 seconds left in the game is a lot of time. That's over half the game. That's one of my like big things with teams that I play with, whether it be random solo queuing or friends that I play with. They're like, oh man, we're down by 2. There's 2 minutes left. Like, let's just forfeit. Like, bro, do you realize that there are still 2/5 of the game remaining?
Yep. I mean, you don't pull your goalie out, right, with 4 minutes left in the game. Right. You don't like it. Just doesn't happen. I mean, hockey reference for anybody.
I knew what you meant.
Yeah, I know you know knew what I meant. Just making sure everybody else is aware of what I meant. But regardless, though, they did get punished for it. I mean, 5-1 here. It definitely looks like bad players gonna be taking this game too. And M22 Esports, a really good showing from them for the most part. That was a nice play, good save there by JJ. Really good showing by them for the most part, but this game too has really not been, I think, indicative of their level of play that they have. I definitely think it got in their mind that they were down and they were trying to kind of take that back, like you mentioned, and it affected them. And right now, their rotations look a lot cleaner, but it doesn't unfortunately matter. It's a little bit too little too late here as we get into the final 10 seconds. And as this time's ticking away, Croc, who's your MVP for this match for bad players here?
Oh, for the match has to be Ludwin or Jalen. Probably Ludwin for me. Got involved in, I think, nearly every play this match. I struggle to think of a play that happened where he wasn't involved if it wasn't like a winnable.
Winnable, yeah.
Wait. Maybe right here.
Oh, no, JJ doesn't believe it.
Yeah, I think Ludwin is definitely my MVP of the match. Jalen MVP of that particular game too. I think just like 3 goals. even though Ludwin's got 4, you know what? Oh, man. No, I think I have to give MVP of that game to Ludwin as well. Even though Jalen's got 3 goals, Ludwin just made some really incredible touches that led to goals. Jalen also did, but Ludwin a little bit more involved, I think. M22 Esports, a little bit disappointing there in game 2. Definitely still showed up to play. About 2 minutes left in this game. We started to see the bad players that we're kind of used to seeing early on in the bracket when they're not playing Inferno. M22 Esports, it's a real testament to their ability that they made bad players play full speed right out of the gate game 1 and out of the gate in game 2. Didn't really slow up until they had a 4-goal lead.
Yeah, I would have to agree. I agree with your Ludwin choice as the MVP of the match. But one thing I do want to mention, something that's going to potentially be really impactful as we move on, they move on to the finals, is that JJ, we saw some really great performances out of him last time we did see him, but unfortunately, the 2 games we just watched, he was the bottom of the leaderboard by a very significant margin compared to the other 2 players. It's going to be really interesting to see how that develops going forward into the finals against a potential Inferno or Blue. But speaking of Inferno and Blue, we're going to get into the second semifinal match of the night for us. It's going to be Inferno, trying to defend their title from last week. They are also the number 1 team on our power rankings moving forward, versus Blue, who had an upset over Salt and Pepper in the quarterfinals. They'll be moving forward into this semifinal match against an extraordinarily good team. Moving into this match here, Croc, do you think Blue has it in them to, if not take a game, maybe potentially get an upset of a series here?
Don't get me wrong. Blue is a very good team. I think that they will push Inferno to play a little bit harder. Or can we see the bracket real quick, actually, GJ? That would be fantastic. But I think Blue will probably give Inferno the biggest challenge that they've had in the bottom side of the bracket so far. I really did expect this to be a Salt and Pepper game. But Blue with the upset on Salt and Pepper, if you're Inferno, I don't know if you're happy that I don't know if you're happy that you're facing Blue, or if you're like a little worried that Blue was able to upset Salt and Pepper. Salt and Pepper, about 100 MMR above Blue on paper. Of course, we all know that MMR doesn't mean the entire world here. Blue could take a game off of Inferno. I don't think it will happen, but it could. Blue will at least cause Inferno to play a fast game. Inferno's not going to be allowed to slouch during this game unless Blue just unless Blue really just craps the bed. Yeah,
I definitely have to agree. We'll move into the tail of the tape for the semifinal match. I think, it's going to be really tough. But Blue, I mean, definitely surprised us with their win over Salt and Pepper. We'll see how the tail of the tape shapes up against Inferno here. It is going to be Gator, Jordan, and Neb on the side of Inferno. No subs there for them. Versus Dewey, Caden, and Hellcat from Blue. I mean, looking at the tail of the tape, you see 3 GC2s from Inferno. But, I mean, we've seen them so many times. You see the 728 MMR from Neb there. Is that GC2? Or is that GC3?
So, 1728. Really that's gotta be super close to GC3.
Yeah, if he's not GC3, he's we talked about 4 games, right? That's 1 game.
Yeah, that's I honestly thought it was 1700 was GC3.
That's what I thought. Regardless, though, you definitely know that GC2, GC3, maybe for Neb here, but it's gonna be it's definitely gonna be a little bit of an uphill battle here for Blue. I think that I do. If I got to take a guess at it, Inferno takes it in 3 games. I think Blue potentially can come out in this game 1 and really put on some hurt on Inferno. Maybe catch them on the back foot, surprise them a little bit. But I really can't see Inferno losing this match, to be honest, Greg.
Yeah, I don't see Inferno losing this either. It will definitely be interesting to see exactly what happens. Oh man, I really want to say that Blue's going to be able to take a game, but I really just don't know.
Mm-hmm. And just to clarify, 1728 is technically GC3.
Is it in that cushion?
Yeah,
area?
I think it's in the cushion. But by technicality, it is GC3, Division 1.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I think maybe what happened here is the MMR for Neb got updated, but maybe not the rank, because it's still showing him GC2 Division 3 on his player card. I was trying to get the check from the bot. You must have found a quicker way to do it, so I appreciate that. Oh, Goober's coming in on the next tourney. Oh, wait, didn't Goobers? That sounds so familiar.
What team did you play for, Goobers?
I don't know. Huh?
We'll see what he says.
Oh yeah. So
yeah, but regardless,
it
looks like we're waiting for one more, and we did get everybody.
Everyone's here. Everyone's been here.
Everyone's here.
I think it was just. Wait, but we only have 9 in the lobby.
Everybody's not here.
Oh. Wait, where's
Where's
Matt? Oh wait, not Matt. Caden. Oh my god.
Blue, we asked if everybody's here. All right, we're remaking. We gotta remake.
Oh my god.
Caden, brother, wake up. We're gonna be remaking this lobby here. I mean,
Blue's going down in the power rankings for that one.
They didn't respond. They joined up. It looked like they were ready.
I think everyone thought that Caden was there. Everyone thought that Caden was there. The only one who caught it was Nas. And then at a closer look, I was like, wait, but there are only 9 people in the lobby. You gotta be missing somebody. All of a sudden, everybody joins and we figure out who it is.
Poor Caden got left at the airport, man. That's tough.
Yeah.
But I mean, I think Blue. I don't know. Blue looked really good in that quarterfinal. I mean, Salt and Pepper is just not a easy team to go against. Caden is the second one to join the lobby, by the way. Just want to point that out. Make sure.
Yeah. Go ahead, real quick. Stop. Your mic. Try speaking again. Your mic was. Yeah. There we go. Okay. You had some audio snow, so I just wanted to let you know so that way you didn't keep. Yeah, helicopter in the back.
All good. We're gonna be getting.
It sounded like the mouth engine from Rocket League.
Oh my goodness!
Everybody's favorite car noise.
In my final match, Croc's gonna kill him.
Gator here starting off early with a pass, not going to be able to put on net from Neb. Neb literally gaining superpowers, going from 60 hertz to 165. Always cool to see people make that transition into a higher hertz. Of course, normally you see that transition happen when you go from on PC. Oh, Neb using the full power of the 165 hertz to put that one in. And Wallabies Rocket League crushed Jordan on the assist. Beautiful pass, beautiful shot, beautiful goal. 1-0 in favor of Inferno here, 28 seconds into the game.
Oh, man. I don't know if I ever lived that down.
Did you ever get the snap?
I never got the snap. He never DM'd me, bro. He didn't hit me up in the DMs. It's probably because I didn't say that he was the MVP of the third tournament.
Oh, you know what? You're probably right.
I think he's upset. I don't even know who I said it was at that time. Gator, maybe? Oh my goodness. But yeah, we're looks like right now Inferno does take the early lead. But Blue definitely kind of right here on the counterattack trying to get the goal back, but Dewey a little bit awkward there. That was an interesting touch by him. Right now though, Blue seems to be they're getting the touches on the ball, and don't get me wrong, they're good touches. They do seem to be a little bit out of sorts though here. A little bit the rotations are a little all over the place right now, and I think Inferno may potentially take advantage of that coming here pretty soon here, Croc.
Yeah, I think they're starting off a little panicky here, especially after that early goal from Neb. They might be looking a little panicky here. Good touches, though, by Dewey, with good opportunity on net there. Hellcat's not going to make it back in time. This is dangerous, and Gator's going to just slam that one home. The power of the Dominus on those low air shots. Really good play here. Hellcat just not able to get it. Does get a good read. Low air shot, just smacks the corner of his car into the ball. No one's saving that one. Almost Hellcat almost got back for the 50. I can't really tell if that's like a what a save moment for him or not. Just not able to get back in time. We're going to give him the benefit of the doubt and just say that he just couldn't get back to that ball and that it wasn't a mechanical error. But this one's going to be a mechanical error.
What a save.
Yeah, I don't know about a what a save, but definitely a mechanical error here. Gator with a really good flick pass on the near post. Kaiten flips away. Hellcat just not able to get there. Both players, all three players for Blue on the same half of the field, that right half of the field. They got to spread out a little bit more, keep that triangle solid, keep it steady, make sure that they're covering as much of the field as possible because Gator has found the two open spots of the field so far and been able to put it away. Jordan and Neb on their goal, that was just a really good goal. Wasn't really a lack of coverage, but, you know, the last three goals now, goal 2, 3, and 4, just no coverage. There's nobody covering that middle part of the field on the defensive half. You can't give up that free real estate, and it's due to panicking. People are leaving their positions too early. Momentum's carrying them away from their positions, and it's giving Inferno free open nets. And Inferno looking to have a pretty easy run into the finals if the play keeps up the way that it is. Really expected more out of Blue here early in Game 1, but they still have more than half of the game left and a Game 2 at the very least to show us that we were wrong and to shut us up. And I really hope that they do. I love being proved wrong because it usually means that you know, we said something right. You know, when we say something and they change it and then we get proved wrong, then it validates our feelings and our analysis as casters. So it's nice.
It looks like there is a little bit of a rule one between Jordan and Sleepy Kaiten over there on the right side. It's going to be a 2v2 then for the meantime. And, you know, it looks like Hellcat and Dewey have a pretty good run at it too. Oh, Gator, nice little bump there on Dewey. But could be an opportunity maybe to take kind of an honorable 2v2 goal to get this closer into on the scoreboard. 2 minutes remaining, though, and I do not think that Inferno is going to be cowed here by this 2v2. And, I mean, right now, yeah, it's kind of like you said, not really the game that we expected out of Blue here. A nice shot, though, by Dewey, and a nice bounce as well. Dewey then gets the read. The 2v2 does go the way of Blue here, but, you know, Blue just a lot slower than we saw in the Salt and Pepper matchup. I'm not sure if that has to do with nerves. You know, this is their first appearance in the semifinals, so I don't know exactly what the reason is for it, but Inferno are definitely capitalizing on whatever that is. We'll see if put it around here, Clark.
Yeah, and kind of to your point of being slower, I think they're actually playing faster, but in all of the negative ways, right? Like they're moving faster, but their decisions are slower, and it just leads to them getting beat to most everything. They do get the 2v2 goal there off of the miss on the wall. Gator's going to be able to clear this one away. Try not to let him get a second goal. I think if you're Inferno here, you try not to let up. I think you still have to play full speed here to get ready for your matchup against bad players in the finals. Able to take a win last week. And, you know, if they take a win again this week, sub or not, that will cement them in the #1 power rankings, I think, in most people's opinions. But if you slack off here, bad players are going to come in and just stomp you in the finals. Yeah. Really good play so far, though. Inferno known for being a little bit of a faster team, but a little bit more of a solo play team and more like shots from midfield. And bad players being more of the passing team. But really good passing plays coming out from Inferno early on in this game. Gators made a couple solo plays, which we've all come to expect. Jordan's made some great plays on defense, which no one's surprised about. But also some really good passes, namely the one from Jordan to Neb to start the game off.
Yeah, definitely have to agree. And Inferno are looking, you know, definitely looked a little bit off in, I think, the moments right after the 2v2 situation. But Gator, that was a gross shot, Gator. Oh, my goodness. Neb gets a bang downfield, bumped off of it, not able to follow it up. But Gator, that dominance corner coming in with the redirect, and that will be on the TikTok. Clip that. It's 5-1 Inferno. Man, that's a very demoralizing way if you're Blue to finish that game for Inferno. Oh gosh.
Yeah, you thought the last goal was demoralizing?
Make it stop.
Get your emotes ready, chat. It could be possible you get to use them here in this game. Game 1 of Inferno versus Blue. They have 9 seconds to make it happen. Will we be able to see the emote spam going on? Neb to Gator. Gator puts one on net, but Hellcat sends it away safely, trying to keep the emo out of the chat. Jordan now centers it out, not going to be able to touch the ball, though. That is going to die. Dewey actually keeps it alive and puts it off the crossbar, not going to be able to score the goal. However, clock winds down to 0. Ball comes down to the ground. Inferno go up in the series.
That I thought that Blue were going to come out and potentially take this game 1, surprise Inferno a little bit, but Inferno were not surprised. They were not fooled at all, and they came out and just put the absolute hurt down on Blue. Dewey with 4 shots. I think a lot of those did come out of that 2v2 situation, so maybe not particularly indicative of the 3v3 play, but I mean 11-4, regardless of when it happened, and that is a very tough situation if you're Blue, and if you're Blue here, Croc, how do you bounce back from this? How if you're Blue, how do you go into game 2 after a 6-1 loss and potentially take this back against a team as good as Inferno?
I think you have fun. I think right now, Blue might be focusing too hard on we got to beat Inferno, and I think that could be their issue. If they just have fun, I think that they're going to end up being in the right position a little more and just kind of vibing more chemistry-wise as well. Because this is not the same Blue that we've seen before play. It looked really sloppy, and that usually comes from over-communication and overactivation of the brain. Like your brain, you're tricking your brain into being too activated, and your muscles get stiff, and they don't move the proper way. And it kind of shows here. Gator getting a pretty free goal. Hellcat, rough control in the corner. Really good pass from Neb. Not to put it all on the defensive Blue, but then also a pretty big defensive miscue there in the net from, I believe that was Caton. You got to relax, and you just have to play the game. You know, at the end of the day, Rocket League is a game. You have to have fun while playing it, or else you're not going to want to be there. If you don't want to be there, you're not going to play as well.
Yeah, I definitely agree, but and so far right now, it does look like Inferno has pretty solid control over this game, even though we are only 30 seconds into it. Jordan gets a nice pass out. Neb not able to get really the shot down. Blue trying to clear it away. Gator kind of a very uncharacteristic whiff out of him, but it ends up not being really that scary for them. And right now, you know, like Blue, just like right there, the touches are a little weird. They're like you said, they're moving too fast. And Jordan, my goodness,
coming in hot.
50 off the wall.
Yeah.
Jordan comes in. Great read. And oh my goodness.
Hey, I tell you what, I grew up in Louisiana. He did not go to Louisiana public school if he knows how to read that well. Sheesh, what an absolute monster of a goal there. 2-0 early on. An opportunity for Blue here, not going to be able to go in. Good defense by Neb to save the goal late. Now Jordan with a good pinch off the sidewall. Not going to quite make it out fully to the middle. Neb caught in an awkward spot, but Gator, the hero there, saves the goal. Last man back. Going to be able to pop this one off the back wall. Looking for the double touch here. Going to be able to get it to the center, but no one's there to take the shot. Neb now with another centering pass. Dewey's going to pass it right to Jordan off the sidewall. Caton's there to collect. Spills out to the middle of the field. Dewey's going to come together with Gator. Gator with an awkward touch. Does go middle. Jordan first one there. Going to try and be the second one here. Has no boost, so Caton's going to actually cut that one out and send it to the orange half. Shot here from Neb is going to find the crossbar and come down. Jordan there for the shot. 50 by Hellcat. Good save there. Caton with a great bump on Gator. Gator with a bump back, and still someone able to get back and make the save for Inferno. Really have to get a little speedier on the counterattacks there if you want to convert them that well. Now Caton sends it across the defensive half of the field. Gator there, pops one up. Should be able to get a second touch here into the center. Finds the second touch, gets it by one. Dewey not fooled, however, sends it back into the corner. Tries to get a big clear here. Whiff by Neb is going to leave the net open, but Gator does get back in time. Good rotation there. Good read of the play from the other half of the field. Now Hellcat leaves the ball up for Caton. Caton not able to make it there. Neb first one. And man, honestly, really good play here from Blue in the last 45 seconds to a minute, but just unrelenting pressure from Inferno.
Yeah, Inferno's rotations look so clean right now. They're definitely, the speed is cranked up. They're not taking blue lightly. You know, it doesn't look like Inferno is letting off the gas pedal. Great pass there from Gator. Jordan able to put it away, but you know, but credit to where credit's due. Blue definitely looks a lot better here. They're getting opportunities. The bump plays are kind of coming out. I definitely think it's helping them out a lot in their offensive pressure, but. You know, Inferno has not been cowed so far. Definitely really strong play from them as Gator's going to come up trying to get that redirect. Oh, my goodness. I thought he was about to hit that car.
That would have been pretty insane, actually.
He's hit some insane stuff. I think that may have been the most insane one in a while. But, you know, some awkward moments, though, still coming out from them. And Inferno definitely in firm control of this game moving forward.
If they somehow find a way to lose this game, I will be shocked. I won't just be surprised, I'll be shocked.
Shocked. Full on shocked.
Blue definitely playing the best Rocket League that they've played in this series in the last 2.5 minutes. Not going to be enough, unfortunately, to really come back and beat Inferno, as Inferno is firing on all cylinders right now for the most part. Great bump there, leads to a goal, though. Caton recognizes his teammate getting the bump. Wallaby and I recognized it as soon as it happened as well. Great play. Jumps up, avoids the demo from Gator as well, able to flip that ball into the net. Cuts the lead in half, 1:12 here, and Blue's knocking on the door.
Yeah, great bump there from Hellcat. And Caton, great awareness as well. Looks like kind of a jumping moment, maybe some communication, but Inferno coming right back. Great clear. Oh my goodness. How did he get that much power? That was a beautiful clear. And right now, Blue, you know, they're down 1 and haven't looked like they've been, they've definitely been the slower team this game, but they have an opportunity here to send it into overtime, Croc. We'll see if they're able to do it.
Yeah, it's very, very much apparent in Rocket League that the better team doesn't always win. Inferno definitely the better team in this game, but Blue has a chance to really get an upset here. Really good, really good play from Caton and Dewey on that. But they're gonna have to either do that again, or they're gonna have to find a way to break through this Inferno defense, because Inferno is just playing well in every third of the field. It's gonna take great plays like that bump in order to get it. Great pass, and unfortunately not gonna be able to get the ball with enough speed on the inside of that right post. Great save by Inferno there. Caton off the back wall, gonna be looking to put it down to Hellcat. The 50 from Gator's gonna send it all the way down to the other half of the field. Hellcat doing his best to keep the ball alive. Neb's going to try and put another one in off the top of Gator, trying to get that redirect, not going to be able to go in. And Gator, your game MVP and your match MVP. I definitely won't have any arguments from Wallaby on that.
And you won't get any from me either. Great games here by Gator, and Inferno does take the 2-0 victory over Blue. A little bit different than maybe I expected, but you did call it. Blue didn't really play as we expected until the very back half of that game too, and then it was definitely a different Blue team that we saw there in that second half of game 2. But regardless, Gator taking match MVP, Inferno taking the win. They'll be going into the finals for a rematch with Bad Players. Currently, this is the 5th time they're going to be meeting, I think total. 4th time in the finals. Right now, it is currently... No, sorry, 3rd time in the finals. No, 4th. I'm bad at math. Yeah, 4th time in the finals. Currently, it is 2-1 in the finals in favor of Inferno, and Bad Players will be moving forward with JJ as the sub. But let's take a look at the bracket, see how both of these teams got into this, got to this point through the finals, see who they ended up matching up against earlier on in the tournament. Congratulations to Inferno for moving to the finals. And as we get the bracket coming up, we see that it's going to be Bad Players versus Inferno in the finals, like we mentioned. M22 Esports, Blue, congratulations to them making it to the semifinals. They did fall, but to incredibly good teams. Bad Players have definitely played, oh my goodness, they actually made the rounds with the M22 squad, played the Staff, Alpha, and Esports. Every single M22 team in the bracket did go against Bad Players. They were able to take them down. Inferno went against Blue that we just recently saw, the Doggers and Shreks in the first round. We'll move into the tail of the tape here, but and Croc currently is away. He'll be returning soon. for me personally, I think Inferno, based off of the way they've been playing, I do think that they are going to potentially take this series away in 5 games. I think that it's going to go down to the wire. It is a best of 5 for those who are a little bit newer to the Slips tournaments. A little bit of a server error. But I do definitely think that Inferno is going to potentially take it away in 5 games here. As we will be moving into the tail of the tape. We're definitely going to. Croc is actually returning just now. Looking at this tail of the tape here, we've seen this before. We've seen these teams match up. The 4th time matching up in the finals. Who do you think takes this one away, Croc?
Bad players are just playing better right now, I think. I think if Gator plays the attacker that he has been playing in the last game, there's a chance that Inferno can take this in the series. But man, it's hard because both teams are playing really well right now. I do think that bad players have a slight advantage. It'll really rest on the shoulders of JJ, I think. JJ is going to have to play really solid defense. Not really challenged as much as he will be in this game, I think, against Inferno. Inferno, definitely a really good shooting team. And if we could take one last look at the bracket before we move into the matchup, I'm pretty sure bad players didn't really go up against teams that are known for just super crazy shots. M22 Esports, definitely a solid team, but not... Man, I just think that M22 Esports is still one full class below Inferno and bad players. Not
you'll like this.
What?
Who bad players played? They made the run to the M22 squad.
Oh yeah, the M22 eliminators. They did indeed eliminate all M22 teams. And unfortunately, M22 Esports, of course, being a tough matchup, but really not a heavy shooting team. I think that they would have been... They're more like a good play team, consistent pressure. So JJ is going to have to do really well here on defense, I think. Make sure to get those passes out. But we are underway. Good early chance from Jalen there and a save by Neb. Also, maybe Neb, the superhuman 165 hertz man, might be able to make a difference in the game.
I did say Inferno in 5, so I'm really interested to see how this goes. This is not a new matchup for us at all. JJ actually was in the last matchup that they had where Inferno took it away 3-1, so a little bit of a double commit there. We'll see how this turns out to go. 4:25 about remaining here in Game 1 of the Grand Finals. Go ahead with the Croc.
Got Gator pass out to Neb early, not going to be able to get through as it's defended well by Ludwin. Now Ludwin does get the boost, maybe a corner boost here as well. Not going to get the corner boost, but a good 50. JJ's up, tries to send it straight down. Jalen does read the straight out bounce, however. It's a good read by Jalen there. Tries to get it centered out. Both JJ and Ludwin back for boost. Ludwin, last man back, does get contact on the ball. Jalen now going to have to make an early play here as his teammates rotate back. Does get a pretty solid 50 there. Gator keeps control with a good flick, and that is going to go up and over the defender. Can't get under the crossbar and in. Jalen now has an opportunity. Going to leave this ball for a teammate. No teammate there, so Gator takes it for free. Good 50 from the blue side. Does send it back going the other way. Jordan looking for the ceiling shot passing. Finds it with 0 boost. Really good mechanical play there with no boost. Gator now plenty of boost here. Gets the flip reset. Gonna be a goal unless someone saves it really well. And Ludwin does. Really great read up early on the flip reset. Doesn't give Gator the angle. And a great save by Neb there. And, man, it is just back and forth. Great shots, great saves.
Yeah, it looks like Inferno will be taking the first goal away of this series. Jordan comes in off the pass from Neb. Gator missed the clear on what was kind of an empty net there, but regardless, great recovery there by Inferno. And right now, Inferno have been having an incredible amount of offensive pressure. Bad players definitely have their opportunities on some of these counterattacks, but regardless, Inferno comes through, takes the first goal of the game, and right now, honestly, Croc, Inferno mechanically is looking very clean.
Inferno looks like the better team here early in Game 1, and a goal here from Gator is going to establish them as a stronger team right now in Game 1, 2-0. Still over half the game to play. JJ just not up quick enough on this ball, and I did say that a lot of this is going to rely on JJ's ability to play defense against this faster Inferno team. And right there is on display that maybe he's just a little bit slower than these teams. Now, don't get me wrong. I don't know if JJ is a champ 3 per se. I don't know if his rank matches his skill. But, oh man, that is truly unfortunate. Bad players, really in a bad way right now. Ludwin just coming off the back wall, not going to be able to make it there in time. Jalen in an awkward spot. Does get a touch on the ball, but just simply slows its momentum instead of sending it the other way. And now Inferno up 3-0. Wow, Gators played Dominus a couple times, Spartan, in these matchups.
Yeah, I think... did he play Dominus last week? I can't remember.
He's looking good thought that Gator was a Dominus main.
That wouldn't surprise me. It looks like a Dominus main.
I'm more surprised to see Ludwin in the Dominus than I am to see Gator in the Dominus.
You think maybe it's back to the Octane? Or was he a Finnick player? Is Ludwin a Finnick player?
I think he might play Finnick, but I think he's an Octane main. What a shot and save by JJ and Neb there. Holy crap. Jalen now up. Gonna get a second touch on this ball. Sees his teammate Ludwin down in the center. Not a great touch, so Ludwin's gonna have to come in early. JJ demoed on the backline. Gator now just waiting for Ludwin to make a mistouch. Doesn't happen. Jalen comes in, so does JJ. Oh no, a bump there could be dangerous. Inferno not able to capitalize, however. Now JJ in the center of the field. Not a lot of boost. No one has a lot of boost here for bad players. Ludwin able to make the play, however. Going to turn back for this mid boost, leave the ball for JJ. Ball goes over JJ's head. Ludwin now trying to control it. Ends up being a self-pass, or not a self-pass, but a defensive pass to JJ. Able to clear it out now. Jordan not going to let Jalen have that one for free. A good shot by Ludwin. Gator just helps him out. He says, you know what? We don't want to beat you guys this bad. We'll give you this one. Here you go. You've never seen Gator in the Dominus? Interesting. We'll have to ask him.
Yeah, that's okay. Okay. We're not crazy. I don't know. Like, he looks really good in the Dominus, but I'm not sure if I've seen him in the Dominus before. But Ludwin, a good touch there, and he's gonna potentially get this kickoff goal. Doesn't actually get on target. A nice bump there by Neb as well. But right now, Inferno definitely just look like the stronger team. JJ as a sub clearly is making a little bit of an impact. I think no skin off of JJ. He's playing well. That was a very good save and good follow up by Gator as well. But it's just really fast lobbies here, and I think sometimes the difference is definitely coming out a little bit. It could be just communication as well. But regardless, the sub definitely is making an impact, I think, for bad players here. Inferno are taking full advantage, up 3-1 in Game 1, this best-of-5 finals. We'll see here if bad players are able to take an opportunity, maybe a shot at overtime. They're putting on a little bit of pressure here. They may have a chance, Croc.
Yeah, and I wonder if the key to Jalen being a little bit more useful in Game 2, because obviously 36 points right now, not exactly what you want to have if you're JJ. You do, yeah, you do have. Oh, did I say Jalen?
I think you did. I was making sure.
Okay.
Before
yeah. But yeah, 36 points, not a lot. Does have 2 shots on net. I don't really remember them, so they can't have been that great per se. They might have been more like passes off the crossbar or off the side post.
Right.
Either way, Inferno take Game 1 here. But I think maybe if you're JJ, maybe ball chase a little bit. I don't know, because from what I saw, it looked like JJ was a little hesitant, was back too far on defense. Not necessarily as third man, because when you're playing at this level, you do have to play a little bit further back as third man, because people can hit the ball 100 miles an hour with a 2-foot approach, Right. But there were a couple times when the ball cam looked back and JJ was back there with somebody else. And not to say that JJ is always going to be the person that's wrong, because that would just be overgeneralized and probably wrong of me to say. But normally, if Ludwin or Jalen are back, they're faster players as well. That means that they should be back, right? Like, they're in their head, the rotation is, okay, I should be back, which means JJ should be going for the ball. And so he's waiting a little bit too long, but then after he waits, he's still deciding to go, which means he gets absolutely dusted or beat, and then has to take a wide rotation back into position. So you have to make those decisions quicker. either go for the ball or don't go for the ball, but don't sit in the middle and decide late, because that's really what's going to keep you out of contention to play this game and get touches on the ball if you're JJ. That's why I think maybe ball chasing for about a minute here could be really good for JJ. Also, it's much easier to read your teammates when they're ball chasing than when they're hesitating.
Yeah, definitely we'll see how he's able to come forward here. A little bit of a rough game one for him, but Inferno does take it. And they're coming out right away in game two with some pressure, and they're going to get it. Oh, that is so close, but Neb not able to.
Wow.
Jalen with a fantastic save, and bad players just get away by the skin of their teeth here.
What an absolutely crazy sequence of events there.
Wow. I thought that was a goal for sure.
Yeah, I almost dropped my coffee whenever that was happening.
Don't do that,
oh my God. Yeah, that would be painful. I like my coffee very hot, so that would be very painful.
Yeah, right now, though, like, Inferno definitely having the pressure. Bad players trying to get it out of their half. A nice demo there by Ludwin. And, no, was it Jalen? Jalen had the demo, I'm sorry. Ludwin was the one who hit the ball.
How dare you?
I'm sorry. Ludwin is actually in the Dominus again, by the way. So, wait, is that Dominus? Yeah, I think that's Dominus.
Yeah, Ludwin's in Dominus still.
Yeah.
Ludwin has been in Dominus all day and has played really well in it. He is an Octane main, right? Oh man, I feel bad because, we watch these players play so often. Then I like forget things about them Rocket League related. Now, like if I forget what their favorite food is or something like that, all right, whatever. But when I forget Rocket League related things about them, I'm like, man, I feel like I really should know this.
Yeah. Oh, jeez. You're not wrong.
Right? It feels weird. Like, on one hand, I don't feel like I need to or that I should, quote unquote, know this. But on the other hand, it just feels weird to not know it.
I definitely would agree. Ooh, that was a very dangerous situation there for bad players. Bad players, though, I will say, look a little bit sharper, I think, on the defensive end. Inferno not really having the run of it as like they were in game one, but they still do have a lot of opportunities coming down. You need to see JJ being faster here, I think, if you want to see bad players having a chance in this series, Croc.
Yeah, definitely not looking super, super great right now. They do have an opportunity here to bring it back. Still 0-0 here with about half the game remaining. I'm not going to say that they look better than game one because they look roughly the same, but Inferno definitely slowing down a little bit. JJ, the super sub, comes in with the game opener at exactly half the game gone. Really great pass from Ludwin all the way across. Honestly, that goal comes from JJ being out of position. JJ's out of position there, but due to being out of position, no one's expecting him to be there for that shot, able to put it down. Ludwin and Jalen both very close into that corner. If I'm JJ in that play, I am personally not going to be where JJ is.
Will you? Are you sure?
Like, I don't know. Now that he scored, maybe that is the position. Third man? Nah, we don't need one of those. We'll just score instead.
Poor JJ left alone here. Great defensive play by him. That is a tough, a scary situation to be in.
Oh, yeah.
He's back alone again as well.
Look at that pop. The backflip pop. The really good clear here.
That's some good power on it. And right now, there's just bad players. They're up 1 goal here. They're up in this game, but they're definitely not up in pressure. Inferno are here to try to get this game evened up. And it goes back onto their side. But, yeah, great. Regardless of position, I think great opportunity from JJ. Great pass from Ludwin. And it's really good to see JJ capitalizing on that. I think that's really important, regardless of how it ended up getting there. And they do take the lead in game 2. But nobody home. Was nobody in that net?
No one was in net here. You can see it at probably on this replay here. JJ goes up where he should. No one home in net. Ludwin coming back on a late rotation, not able to get back in time, and Jalen way on the other side of the field. Not to say that it was his fault for not being there, just simply mentioning that he was not there. So unable to make the save when you're not there,
Yeah.
It could have been a little bit of an issue. Maybe JJ went out too early, but I think it was probably just a little bit of a slow rotation there from Ludwin. And just a really good pass from Neb there. Or,
Good
I mean,
awareness.
from Jordan there to get
Yeah.
the ball to Neb very quickly and with power and speed. A very underrated part of passing the ball. Oh, Neb with another opportunity. Double tap coming in, not going to be enough. But an underrated part of this high-level gameplay is knowing when to pass it soft and when to pass it with speed. And it's a lot of thing in Diamond and Champ, right? If the ball's coming at you with speed or softly, it's because the player in the corner just randomly decided to hit it soft or hard. It's not usually, oh, I see my teammate on the opposite side of the goal, let me hit it hard. Or I see my teammate near post, let me hit it softly. It's like, you know, I can pinch this ball. Let's send it to the other side of the field. Like,
I got a strong hit, man. Oh, did a little bit of a miss there, but yeah, no, I definitely agree. And some of these higher level players, the passing skill that they display is definitely another level. Oh my goodness, what a save by Neb! A great pass, a shot opportunity from Ludwin, and Inferno has control of the ball going forward. It's in the air. They have an opportunity still. Neb's going to shoot it. Not able to get off the backboard. It's still up in the air. Gator takes it away. Jordan passes it off the wall. Gator's going to shoot it, but it fakes out Neb, and it goes into overtime. And Croc, I have no idea who's going to take this one.
Me neither. I think I've got my money on bad players for this game. Sorry, I just read the chat. That's why I'm giggling. But, you know, I don't, man, I hate, like, bending to the will of chat, but that one's actually kind of funny. I will say that, you know, Wallaby sometimes can be mega sus.
What did I say this time?
I don't know. It just felt right to call you mega sus.
No, come on. Don't be mean.
Don't be mean.
Don't bully Wallaby.
All right, Musty Cow can sit in a corner for 10 minutes after that one.
Ooh.
JJ popped into the center, gonna be looking to get it by Neb. Neb with a good 50. Ludwin now off of the back wall, into the corner. Pops up high, gonna put it down for Jalen. Jalen not able to get there off the touch from Jordan. JJ now in the corner with a Musty Cow. Oh no, Ludwin and Jalen double commit there. Ludwin able to make the save into the corner. Gator credited with the shot, no save to be made. Jordan with a beautiful shot. Ludwin with an even better save. That is save of the game right there. Actually, I say that, but honestly, Jalen's save in the first 20 seconds of the game might have been save of the game. Two really great saves coming out, but no save to be made on that one. Gator ends the game here 2-1 in overtime, and Inferno go up 2-0 in the series, looking for the sweep.
Wow, Jordan with a great carry over here. Gets it over Jalen and gets it off the backboard. Ludwin and JJ not able to get up to it. JJ actually got absolutely rinsed by Ludwin there. But regardless, a great shot there by Gator to end the game in overtime. 2-1 for Inferno. They are up 2-0 in this series. And right now, honestly, Croc, I think this sweep's about to happen. I think Inferno just looks so clean right now. I think bad players, you know, JJ had a better game in this game too, but they definitely seem like they're on their back foot. Ludwin has been having incredible games, but just is not enough. And Inferno on the defense, pretty much like you said, all three parts of the field here have been looking really solid.
Yeah, definitely going to have to just be a tad quicker from the bad players. Decent passes need to be a little bit crisper, I think.
Mm-hmm.
The passes are getting cut out by Inferno. Not really on the fault of bad players, just really good play from Inferno. I think bad players just need to turn up the physicality a little bit.
You know, we like the physicality.
We do enjoy saying that people need to demo and bump more. You know what I'm saying? I think it would make for some really good Rocket League. I don't know where this accent came from. I'm just going to start casting them in a million different voices for all you guys. All you guys is, okay?
Talking about murdering people on the pitch, and he talks in a New York accent, dude. I don't know about that.
Hey, I'm driving you. I'm trying to hit this aerial. What are you doing?
Oh my goodness! It could be one of those like radio announcers at this point.
You know, I do actually pride myself on being able to throw my voice to a bunch of different areas. Maybe it's something that I can do on the pre-show one of these days. I'll cast an entire match in a separate voice. You know, I got my My original character, Terry, who has like one of those buttons in her throat that she has to push to talk.
Hi, my name's Terry,
Oh,
and
no.
I've been smoking since I was 4 years old.
You know,
Yo, that's a Monsters Inc. It's a Monsters Inc. character.
always watching. Now that one does a number on the throat. I don't think I could. I don't think I could cast an entire game in that one. That was a little rough on the throat.
Sounds pretty hard.
But now I can
Oh,
also
no.
do a pretty solid stitch voice as well.
Oh,
JJ with the passover, JJ intercept with the steal from Jordan.
the Stitcher.
Oh, the laugh. That laugh was rough. That was bad. I'll admit.
We're about to see a sweep here, and he's talking in his Stitch. Goodness gracious.
Gotta give the people what they want, and they want entertainment.
It's the Croc Show, right?
Yeah, the players are just here to give me content. I'm the real star of the show.
It's like a YouTube video where you have the content running in the background.
Yeah. Gators got an opportunity here. Good 50 from Jalen. Will keep the ball in the orange half of the field. Ludwin left alone. Wave dash shot from Neb. Not going to be enough. Ludwin, good save. Good second save as well off the shot attempt from Jordan. Gators going to be able to center it out, but cut out from Jalen, actually. Good interception. Ludwin redirects it down the field. Now Jalen again. 50'd by Neb. Going to be sent into the blue corner. JJ with control. Challenged by Jordan. Ludwin with a misflip there. Could be dangerous. Jalen now in the dominus as well, by the way. Forgot to mention that. Neb with a nice touch down to the bottom left corner. Not going to be able to find its way into the net. Hits the left side post instead. JJ easy save here on the shot from Jordan. Jordan needs a little bit more zip on that to get a goal if someone's in net. Jalen, good redirect here to the bottom right, but Jordan's there for the save. And bad players looking a little bit better here, but to be fair, Inferno looking a little slower as well. Definitely good plays from both teams so far. Demo plays not really coming in per se, but there have been a couple demos on the field.
Right.
I think the physicality will be key here. Net nearly open. Ludwin coming out of the net very awkwardly, able to get the clear out to the sidewall though. Yeah, I think just a little bit more physicality could turn the tide in the favor for either team.
Yeah, definitely. The defenses seem to be pretty solid. Of course, bad players having to be on defense a lot more than Inferno. That's a dangerous touch there. But yeah, I think demos are going to be a huge portion. But in fact, it may not actually matter because Jalen, actually it was Ludwin, not a great touch there to clear it out. Got a first one, but didn't get the second one. Jalen not there to really get to it. Gator puts a great shot down onto essentially an open net. It's 1-0 in favor of Inferno, but I agree with you. I think demos have to come out if you're bad players and you want to get Inferno off, especially on the defensive side. Defensive demos tend to be not as common, not as like thought of, but it tends to be the stronger of the version of demos. Just to get yourself some room, get the pressure off of you. Inferno has had no shortage of pressure, so that will be really, really useful. JJ gets the bump, actually.
All right, Ludwin. Okay.
Okay. Great bump by JJ, but Ludwin, that was gross.
Nice read there. Gets the double tap into the bottom left corner. No defender there to make that save. Now we got a tie game with 1:38 left to go.
That's that's so unfortunate.
Not something you see a lot at this level of gameplay, but you know, Ludwin goes. No cheater. Both other players going for boost. Yeah.
An unfortunate situation. It is 2-1 now in favor of Inferno a little bit.
And 3-1 in favor of Inferno now off of the good challenge on the wall by Jordan. JJ just not able to get the ball out of his own zone. Looks to control here, but Jordan, speedy on the challenge, is going to send it straight back to the net. 3-1 in favor of Inferno. And the sweep is imminent now. 2-goal lead with just 1:30 left to play.
That hurts. That hurts if you're bad players, but you still have 1:30 here. You're only down 2 goals, and you definitely have the potential to be able to get back into this. I think that you just have to kind of play, up to speed. Try not to make sure your third back isn't too far back, and I think they potentially have a chance here. But as I say that, Jordan gets a great shot right by the defender. It was Jalen was up there, but who was it? JJ, unfortunately, not able to really get there in time, and that is 4-1, and that could potentially be the dagger here, Croc.
I think that will end up being the dagger. Bad players not playing super terrible, but unfortunately, I just don't think that they're playing well enough to get 3 goals in a minute 10. Definitely possible, definitely not likely.
Yeah, I have to agree. As another shot goes towards the net, JJ a little awkward, and Neb's going to take the read. And this is just turning into an absolutely brutal game 3 off of what seemed like, I mean, we were 1-1 with a minute 20. JJ left the match.
Yeah, it looks like bad players will be forfeiting here in game 3, giving the sweep to Inferno. We've got a 5-1 scoreline. JJ has left the match. Really unfortunate there. Rough performance from JJ in game 3. Played well in game 2. Looks like they are going to continue the 2v3 here for a little bit, but it's all but official now, folks. Inferno taking another Slips tourney gold here today. I believe that's their 5th championship now, and really securing their spot as the #1 team in Slips right now. Bad players, of course, playing with the sub in JJ. Will be interesting to see if they can get the 3 main roster players in for next week, bring Cloud in. But, excuse me, JJ really not playing that well, but really not playing that poorly. Obviously left the match early because of that, the 2 questionable plays on defense there at the end, but definitely not a reason to hang his head, as he did play pretty well coming in, especially if he is a true C3 that grinds ranked and sits in C3 for most times. Definitely played well for a C3 player against these really talented bad player and Inferno players. Either way. Yeah. Super fun time. Looks like the teams are going to just try and keep this ball alive for as long as possible. Let's see exactly how long they can do it for. Neb with a good pop and flick. Who's going to catch this one? Ludwig's actually just going to try to score. Little BM there, but does get the double touch. Would have scored if there weren't 0 seconds on the clock. The Inferno now officially your Slips League champions. And, Wallaby, are you surprised? I know you're not surprised. You called it in 5, but,
Yeah, I definitely thought it was going to be a lot closer. I mean, game 2 was a close matchup, but game 1 and game 3, not really close at all, honestly. Inferno came out to play. I definitely was pretty confident in the Inferno win, regardless of me saying that it was going to be close. I did not think it was going to be this. I mean, frankly, a little bit of a blowout, which is really surprising. I mean, we've seen these teams match up, and that just doesn't happen, right? I think the sub definitely impacted that as well, but for me, I've got to go series. I think series MVP for me in this situation's got to be Gator. I mean, and potentially tournament MVP as well.
Tournament MVP for me as well.
Yeah. Oh man, within the semifinal matchup, within the finals match, I mean, he just always there. Great play from Jordan and Neb. Don't get me wrong. I'm always a fan of those 2 players as well. But Gator, I think actually for the 2nd tournament in a row, this is the 2nd tournament in a row, I think that he's taken my my finals MVP.
Yeah, I do believe you said you gave him finals MVP last week as well.
Yeah, great play from him again this week, and Inferno take it 3-0, a great sweep there. And I mean, Inferno just looked real on fire.
Neb, what save? I'm sorry, we didn't see you on the pitch. We were too busy watching Gator.
No, that's so rude. That's so rude.
No, trust me, we saw it. But we do actually have a question for you, Gator. Are you a Dominus main, or do you normally play in a different car? We couldn't figure out. This team would suck without me.
Jordan, I don't think you're wrong.
Okay, yes, Gator does play Octane. I was wrong.
Okay. Well, that's what I thought. I was like, I don't remember if I had seen Gator in a Dominus 4, but he looked really good in it. I mean,
yeah, maybe. Wallaby's your biggest fan, Jordan, by the way. So don't worry. He talks about you all the time. You should hear him on non-tourney days in my DMs.
Oh, no.
Like, man, you should.
In our DMs, we talk about Jordan.
I saw Jordan's name in Discord today, and I got butterflies in my stomach.
Jordan's not going to participate in another tournament ever again.
Really good play from you guys, though, Inferno. Definitely awesome tourney. Well played from all 3 of you. Well played from the bad players as well. Both teams making it to the finals. Inferno taking the sweep. We really need to get a broom emoji for the chat.
Yeah.
That'd be sick. Inferno taking the sweep here in the finals. 5-time champions now for Slips. First,
Is that a record?
oh, excuse me. Yes, it is a record now. And the first tourney winners for the $80 prize pool.
Nice.
Kinda chilling. Kinda chilling.
Kind of pog, dude.
Anyways, guys, we are going to be ending off our tournament now. Thank you all so much for watching from home. Wallaby, of course, thank you for joining me on the desk. GJ behind the scenes. Nas as well behind the scenes. And just remember, guys, if you haven't talked to GJ yet in the Discord today, go wish him a happy birthday. Happy birthday, GJ. We love everything you do here for us at Slips, and we would be pretty lost without you. So we appreciate everything you do. You guys have a great rest of your night, and we will see you on Sunday for Slips League Championship number 34. See you guys next time.
For the record, chat, I'm dreading the DMs now.